We're three guys who like to talk pinball.
Three guys.
So we came up with a
Clever name.
We're Joel and Travis Scott who talk pinball.
Pinball.
And we call ourselves Triple Drain. Triple Drain.
What is he
Triple
doing
Drain.
that?
We're Triple.
I'm already losing it.
What are you doing, Joel?
What do you mean?
Like, Tom and I are having fun, and you're just staring straight into the camera, all stoic, like it's a mugshot, like you're mountain man mugshot. That's what it is.
Video, and I was getting the buttons all aligned to make sure we're good to go. I got it. Don't worry.
You were focused. You're professional.
Yes, somebody's got to drive the bus, and sorry that person was concentrating about
we're
driving
crashing
the bus. No, no yelling on the bus. Yeah.
Tom, we got to do Joel impression. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3,
let's
go.
Hey guys.
No, you went visual. He went
sorry.
visual. Yeah. There we go.
No, that's a good one, too. You did good, Tom. Yeah, that's perfect. You got it. Crushed
Lord.
it. All right, Joel,
Yeah.
you can start now.
I'm
Tom
so
and I will just be here.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while, but we are here. We were waiting. I don't know. Star Wars is coming. That's the joy of when you podcast like once a month. You podcast something, and then there's always big news. So we were like, should we wait now? We waited long enough. Well, whatever. We're here.
Let's take 30 seconds to apologize for not podcasting. We usually do that a lot. Let's just do that.
We do. We're a very apologetic podcast.
That's what the listeners want to hear about. They just want to hear us grovel to them.
We do. Oh, so sorry. Well, thank you. Thank you for clicking on it.
It's all my fault.
Thank you. No. We're busy and life is busy, but whatever. Hey, thank you for once again, thank you for all the Patreon supporters we have for sticking through, sticking with us. I mean, really, that's thank you so much for that. We were kind of doing our pre-recording meeting, and our agenda is wide open. We're just going to talk a little bit about a lot. So
We have to talk?
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit. You know what? Let's just start with Tom. Let's just get him out of the way. Here we go.
Tom talks. He's got something to say. Tom talks. He's got nothing to say. Tom talks. Tom talks.
I got nothing.
Wow. Are you going to take that, Tom?
I'm doing my best Joel impersonation.
I didn't mean.
He's
I
like,
didn't
let's
mean
just get
him
Tom out of the way.
I realized
That's what you said. What do you mean that's not what you meant?
I said, okay, so here we go. Tom promised 2 minutes. Let's see if he
I know
can
my
get.
worth on this podcast, everybody.
Let's see if we can get to the 2 minutes. So, Tom is the only one of us that has Harry Potter. Travis doesn't have access to a Harry Potter frequently, but Tom does. It's in his basement, and I will tell you from the behind the scenes, he's playing the heck out of it. So, Tom, I want to hear the extended. What is it? You've owned it now a month plus. What's your overall extended view of ownership of Harry Potter? Thoughts, feelings? Go.
It could be better than Rush.
What?
Wow.
What?
It could be better.
It could be better than
It
Rush.
could be better. Okay. We got
That was
it out of him.
unexpected.
You know
was.
how much I like Rush.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
Harry-
you don't love Rush anymore, but you like it.
No, I love it.
He's fallen
But-
out of love with Rush, Joel.
I mean,
okay, go ahead, Tom.
Rush came
We're
out of the
ready.
gate, though, being held back by one thing. Raymond Davidson. Besides that, it had the opportunity to be a great pinball
I
machine.
thought it was
you know?
the Rush music, but
No. Okay, tell me more about Harry Potter.
I mean, what do you want to know, Joel?
How is it
Why-
better than how
Yeah.
how is this
How and
gotten to
why?
where it is in your list of great games?
There's some magic there. Let's just put it that way.
Mm.
Like I like the shots. I like the flow of it.
Well, let's focus on that then.
Sure,
Mechanically, you know, there's a lot of people that don't buy games based on theme. They buy it based on the layout or code. So let's break those down. Layout wise, the more you've played it, what do you love about the layout? Maybe is there anything you don't like about the layout?
I actually like how the bookcase changes your shots and the center ramp. Like it's always something different, but you know where it's going to come from based on the lights on the playfield. So
The staircase spinning and all that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
And then what about the fact that you don't have wire forms that are just gently leading the ball back to your flipper? You know, do you like that speed of that out lane type of feed?
It's a little different. It takes some getting used to, but I do like it.
Okay.
And Joel, the scoop is not the hardest shot in pinball. So
I didn't say it was the hardest shot in pinball.
You said that.
Yeah, I did not say it was the hardest shot in pinball. Okay, so let's transfer over to Code. Code,
Okay.
it's been a while since I've played it. Have they changed? What have you seen Code improvement wise or changes over time, or not much, or what? Where are you at with Code?
Little bits and things. The some of the movie scenes are starting to come out a little bit more. Like you can hear the audio and stuff, but I mean, there's subtle changes. It's not like huge changes. It's more like bug fixes and things like that. But I will say it's refreshing to have a game that's like actually mostly finished.
True. Yeah.
Compared to some other games.
Yeah, that's fair. It's even when I was playing it, like right out of the gate, I felt like the game felt pretty complete. Now I know, what is it? Deathly Hollows, which is once you get all the Horcruxes, that's like one of the final wizard modes.
I was
that was
so
not
close. I was so close one night to starting that.
Okay.
And like it was flashing and it was like shoot the scoop.
Close. Oh, so then the scoop was hard to hit. Is that?
No, I just fumbled.
From what? Because it was hard. Because it was hard
Like
to hit.
The pinball, Joel. He fumbled the pinball.
Yeah.
Did it go down the middle? Where'd it go?
Oh no!
It went right down the middle.
Oh
no!
Old man. Dream.
Real quick question on JJP games: do you change the setting from number of tilts to ball or to game? Do you leave it as tilts per game?
2 ball on every one.
Yeah, I don't know. For those that don't know, JJP games by default, they give you 2 warnings for the entire game. That's it. And then you tilt. While every other pinball machine ever, it's you get it per ball. And so that's one of the first things I ever change. If you disagree with that, write into tripledream@gmail.com. Tell us why that's the better option, but I might just delete the email. No,
it's a JJP thing. It's like P3, like a bunch of scoops come up or like,
That's an
Stern
innovation
has
that
Insider
needs
Connect.
to die immediately.
What the best thing they do about it, though, is the fact that there's now in pretty much every JJP game, there's some light somewhere that indicates what danger you're on. So it actually, like visually, without having to go to instant info, you can see how many dangers you've used or not used, which is pretty cool.
But like if I'm playing a game and like I'm trying to save a ball in the beginning of it because I want to progress further in the game, and now I'm pretty much in jail. Although I guess you can like get awards to like get another tilt back or whatever, but
yeah.
I'm sure some people like you, Joel, love it, but I don't really care for it.
I change it. You know what? I'll even admit this. I don't care. I'll admit it. If I'm getting a game from Zach and it's brand new and I have to set it up, I don't even put the tilt bob in. I've just embraced it at this point.
That's fair.
It's like, that's one more thing to add. And honestly, I get enough heckling from people that watch our streams that I suck. So anything that can help me progress deeper in the game, show more of the game, I'm all for it at this point.
By the way, how's your audio doing?
No, it sounds real good right now, but I see what you're doing there. We'll get to that, Tom.
How's the lean going?
Any other comments on any other thoughts on Harry Potter?
I would just say to people, check it out. I mean, there is a lot there, of course, but I think it's a fun game. I think it's definitely top 10 games.
I paused it.
No,
I thought I heard a pause.
Joel,
no. You said it's a fun game. I'm so sorry.
I
thought that was a good transition, so I clicked the button and I jumped the gun. I'm
not going to swear, everybody.
You were saying, Tom, it's a good game. It's a top, and you think it's a top 10 game?
I think it's top 10 game.
Now's a good time.
Tom talked. He had something to say. Tom talked. He had nothing to say. Tom talked. Tom talked.
I got nothing.
Flawless. Top 10 game, Travis.
I
Top
feel
10
like
game.
the middle child right now, trapped between older brother and little brother, just squabbling and figuring
Just
it
trying
out.
to be a good team, we're trying to work well together.
I'm trying to be a good team
You're
member.
like the dad who's like, just let them fight it out.
We'll figure it out.
It'll unless somebody has to go to the hospital, I'll break it up.
Would you say would you say it's your favorite JJP game then?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, with
I think Elton John's
John,
a close
right?
second. Yeah.
But you don't own it, which I understand. It's
I don't, and that's more, I guess, because of cost. Although if I might pick one up used, to be honest. Harry Potter has definitely put, in my eyes, a good light on Jersey Jack Pinball that I haven't had for a long time.
That's a quote. They should market that,
They should.
Well, maybe not, because then it says that they were bad, but they should take pride. That's a good statement. That's
Like-
a
Tom
good
Graf
statement.
approved.
I'm not being a shill. Because I hate Wizard of Oz. Well, let's be honest. So now that I said that, it's gonna show up at District 82. So, but
Okay. I'm excited for you.
You're confirming here as the owner of District 82. You're bringing Waz in.
right.
Harry Potter was here. Harry Potter is left, obviously, but I do think about that game. I do think about that game. I miss the way that game shoots. I really enjoyed my time on Harry Potter. But Travis played Harry Potter the other day. And
wait. Before we go there, I just want to say something, Joel. And it is regards to District 82. So I was at the Summer Pinball Classic. Joel, you can take off your headphones if you don't want to.
Okay.
I had so many people come up to me and were like, "Why aren't you streaming?" And I'm like, kind of like, "Where have you been in the last year?"
Yeah.
I literally had somebody in my group berate me because I was not streaming. They were like, "Hey, look, I drove 11 hours to be here." And I was like, and I kind of politely said to him, like, "I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but
You didn't
that
say
is
it
not
like
my
an-
fault."
I was about to say.
Yeah.
At least you didn't give him an angry sorry.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
you're polite about it.
I really held it back because, I was biting my tongue. But
Do you feel like a dancing monkey at that point? It's like, let me throw some ones at your feet. Go stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally, I at least had 25 to 30 people come up to me and like, "What the hell?"
You didn't redirect them to the person that made that decision?
I did,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's just not.
Here's the real question. Will we see Tom Graf stream at District 82 again?
Yes,
There you go. And when's that going to happen?
in June of next year for
Ooh.
the IFPA World Championship.
Whoa.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
exciting. That's
Thank
exciting.
you, Josh, and the IFPA for allowing me to do that.
That's awesome. That's
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
And what
Okay.
else are you streaming coming up?
Oh, we got Papa coming up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. What else do you have streaming coming up?
Slaps.
Yeah.
I don't know what slap is.
It's the St. Louis Area Pinball Championship.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
your thing.
Joel.
Slap C,
Yeah,
Joel.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Tournament pin. I know you're a huge tournament player, Joel. You took 89th once at Cleepin 3 years ago. I get it.
Yeah. I get
Get
it.
it.
I
And,
Comes
sure
with
did.
and Joel, what else do I have coming up streaming?
You got a hot tub, right?
No, you go to it every year.
Oh, you're streaming Chicago Pinball Expo.
That is correct.
Yeah. And if
There
you
you
want,
go.
I mean, Jared and I are happy to sit down and
You
talk
will,
into the mics.
we will dust off the booth for you.
Stop the booth. Looking forward to it.
We
No.
need to get you two with Bob Matthews in the booth.
Nope.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to, I'm going to.
So here's my problem
we're
with
gonna get
Jared.
that to
is
happen.
Are you
He's
trying to eliminate my viewers?
No, Jared is starting to get a little bit of confidence in like his like he has an opinion. His opinion's valid, So it's like he's starting to get that little bit of confidence of like I know a little bit about what's going on. So before he was a little more cautious or like didn't want to step on anybody's toes. Now he's just like, nah, I'll step all over him. I don't care.
Yeah, that's why we need him and Bob
Yep.
Matthews in the booth together. I think it'd be freaking hilarious. I'm
Okay.
all for the entertainment.
Well, we have tournament talk to do. We will do that. Just to wrap up Harry Potter, though, Travis, you have played Harry Potter,
I did. I played 2 games on it.
and tell us what was your experience?
It
Better
took
than Rush?
forever. It took forever. I think our game 2, I played 2-player game. I won't say their name out loud in case they don't want to be revealed. But they are yeah, they are a listener of the podcast though, and they had like a fantastic game, the second game, where they made it all the way through to, I guess it was Deathly Hollows or Owl Multi-Ball, something else. Like there's all this stuff going off. It's like over a 1 billion point game. But anyways, so the game between both of us, it took like 80 minutes just to play it. And this is on location at Atomic. The game took freaking forever. And the first game probably still took 20 minutes. And that was just us flipping around, figuring it out. So, I mean, it's a long player. I enjoy the layout overall. There's some parts to it that I'm kind of like, okay, I'm not sure why this is here, but there's other parts that I'm like, okay, yeah, this is pretty sweet. Like I want to hit the shot over and over again. In terms of the rules, I don't know yet. Like I'm not, me personally, and this is just my personal preference. So I don't want to sound like I'm just shitting all over the rules because I had a fun time. But my personal preference is not to have the game basically grabbing me by the collar of my shirt and dragging me to the finish line, which is what it felt like with the lessons and everything, because there was just a timer that just kept going, right? And even if you failed it, you got points. Even if you didn't hit a switch, it would just keep going. So it wants you to get through it, but I don't know. It's like, I felt like I was playing. So I've never read the books. I've watched all the movies multiple times with my kids and everything. It didn't feel like that I was in the Harry Potter universe at times, right? Like the immersion of it in terms of like, if I got into a movie, like nothing about that felt like I was living the scenes of the movie at all. It just didn't. Now, in terms of, because there's just so much else going on.
Sure.
Right? All at the same
overlap,
time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything's on top of each other. So it's hard to differentiate that. And there's so much input coming in, right? With the lights, the sounds, call outs. I have like the Mark Silk pinball caddy in my ear going off. I can hear him talking. There's just so much going on. So I don't know. I think it might be to where I just need to play it more.
Yeah.
To try to isolate those things and understand what's going on a little bit more. But we generally just found that we could just mow through the game by doing multi-balls, just letting the things stack as they do. Now, I will say the upper play field, I really enjoyed that. I love how the upper play field shoots to where it wraps around up top on the ramp, comes back around to the flipper. You can hit like the little short orbit. Like I thought that the way that they did the upper play field was really awesome. The diverter I liked for the most part. There was only a couple of times to where it felt like sometimes when that staircase diverter would take the ball to the upper flipper, the ball would sometimes spin away from my flipper. Like it happened like 50-50 on the copy that I played. I don't know why that is. And sometimes it'd have like ramp rejects too. That would happen. Yep. But I mean, it's pinball. It's not game breaking or anything like that. Just observations. And I will say for me, the scoop and kiddos were, like mute me right now if you got kids. I'm going to say it right now. That scoop for me, fucking hard. I could not hit it. I was like 1 for 8. It just took, I mean, I got dialed in a couple of times, but there was a few spurts to where it was like 5 or 6 tries and I just was not hitting it. I had an easier time hitting the under the flipper shot. Like that shot, it's easy because that's like, that's a normal shot if you played Star Trek or anything like that, Ninja Turtles. So that shot I felt a lot better on, but Everything else like just felt good. The returns were way different though, right?
Yeah.
It's like that return on the left flipper.
Yeah.
The timing is just impossible.
It's
to get.
fast.
Yeah, it's like good luck. Like I watched a few people play it after me that obviously were just kind of like super casual pinball players, right? Nobody that listens to this podcast, there's no casuals that listen here. Like, let's get that right? Reference to 2 years ago. Tom knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I did watch some super casuals play the game. And even after the first warning, because I think the software lets you know that this is going to happen, right?
Yeah.
That post comes up. Isn't that what happens?
Yeah.
So after that, it was just a hilarity of watching like the ball just zip right past them, like a 105 mile an hour fastball. They're just whiffing on.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes flying right past their flipper. And I think it just takes some time getting used to, right? Because no wire form. If you don't know where the ball path is, it's screaming back at you. But, other than that,
and there's a mode. It's like a looping something. It's like the Phoenix mode or whatever, where it's just meant for you to hit that. And it's like after the second loop, that ball is whizzing down the left side so fast that there's no way. It's so fast. But I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun.
And the Death Eater shot, I had a lot more fun with that than what I thought I would. Yeah. Like with the target that pops up, and if you lock it in there, it comes screaming back at you. I thought that was well done, well integrated. So that felt good overall. But I mean, I could see why people enjoy the game. I mean, if you're a Harry Potter fan, I don't see why you wouldn't like the game. I would just like to see. I mean, I know this isn't going to happen because it's just the direction that they're going with the code. I just wish that there was a little bit more differentiation of me knowing that I'm in a scene, me knowing that I'm progressing something like in the movie, and I feel that moment. But I just, for whatever reason, the rules and the actual layout of the pin, they just don't gel in that way. And, just kind of is what it is. But I guess that's just something to get used to. The other parts of the game are pretty sweet, though. So
there's clearly, you said it's a long player, but if you're trying to essentially cram 8 movies worth of stuff into a game, like you don't want it to be brutal, right? Because then nobody's going to see anything. But I mean, at the same time, how do you put all that without it and yet have every moment be, I don't know, special?
There's
when you have that
zero
much
way
content?
to do it. Yeah, there's just zero way to do it. I think a lot of it comes down to what is your overall strategy as to what you envision a game to be, right? From a game development, because your whole idea is you want a certain loop to happen, and you need that game loop to happen. You need to seriously compress it down to like hooks, right? To the first 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, minute, 5 minutes, because not everybody's going to get up there and play for an hour. It's just not reality. Some people are just going to have a 5-minute game. So how do you show them several movies in 5 minutes? You just don't.
Yeah, you can't.
There's no way to. So, I don't know. I think this game, playing it and watching enough streams of it, watching enough people play it, it's kind of solidified for me that I'm not on board with having any movie or anything that has that many modes or that many movies to go over, just because you're either going to leave too much out or you're going to stuff too much in. I don't see any balance that's possible in the game of pinball. I just don't think the physical game itself is designed around that, unless you're willing to put an infinite ball saver on and somebody knows that they're going to be flipping for 30 to 45 minutes.
At the end of the day, do you feel that Harry Potter could have been better if it was just the first movie?
I feel like Harry Potter, and this is like, again, guys, like I think the three of us know this, like it's licensing, it runs in all different directions. So there's, the image that we have in our heads, what it could be, is probably not even realistic anyways, because our imaginations has no budget, has no limitations to any of this. Yeah. But if there was no limitations, nothing, I would have loved to seen it just split up into maybe like the first 3 movies or something like that. And then the next year they come out with another, the next 3 movies or something like that. If manufacturing and license wasn't any issue whatsoever, just because you'd be able to experience more, I think Harry Potter fans would be perfectly fine with that as well. I mean, it's kind of how things are designed with consumption anyways, right? It's not like somebody's going to say, okay, I'm going to binge watch the Harry Potter series by playing all 8 movies at the exact same time. We're going to work this out together. So,
Yeah.
but that's the limitations of pinball, though, right?
No,
I mean, that's not just Harry Potter. We've seen that in other games as well. So,
sure.
Just my personal preference. I don't know. I just want to enjoy the movies, Joel. I don't want to play pinball. I want to watch the movie on a big screen on a pinball machine.
Well,
that's what I want to do.
Let's use this as a transition then. One game you cannot watch the movie on is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. There are no movie clips. It's in the world of Jurassic Park. So I'm borrowing right now. This is a premium Jurassic Park by Stern. Keith Elwin game. Just right off the bat, where do you rank in the world of Elwin? Where do you two rank Jurassic Park?
Top.
It's up there.
I think it's at the top.
You think it's his best game, Travis?
I do. I mean, I don't have it here anymore because it's time to move on. I have access to a bunch of games, but no, me personally, I think it's one of the top ones. I think it's a great example too of what you can do with the property by focusing on the key elements of the property. You know, but if we're comparing, Jurassic Park to Harry Potter, it is a little bit different because honestly, outside of Nedry, no, none of the other characters were more iconic than the dinosaurs themselves. Yeah. So I would say if Harry Potter did something like that, it would be more about having the 3 core characters of Harry Potter, right? The 3 kids.
Yeah.
And then making like some new adventure with them. That's the equivalent of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think
we've talked about that.
Yeah. I don't think you could get away with that with Harry Potter either.
It would be rough. There's plenty of people that are still upset that Jurassic Park doesn't have clips for the movie or main character. Yeah. I mean, there's a whole version of movie code that people are throwing around the internet to put on this. But Tom, so you think do you think this is his best game? Do you think it's like top 1 or 2? Where do you put Jurassic Park?
I think it's like 1 or 2. Yeah, because I really like Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla's great too.
So Jared and I, we streamed Jurassic Park before, and honestly, we didn't love it. We didn't love it, and the reason being, we just thought it was hard. We thought it was hard. We thought it was hard. We thought the layout was hard, and then it's one of his most linear games, and it was something. And what I mean, that was our thought at the time, but it was like, if the game was hard, it's like, what are we experiencing over and over again? T-Rex multi-ball in the first 1 or 2 paddocks. That was our experience with Jurassic Park the first time we streamed it. We streamed it the other week, and it now has co-op mode, and co-op mode is so great. It's so great. I love it, at least with our skill level, to be able to play the game together and allow us to get deeper into the game. It's awesome. But now that we've played it more and we've gotten better as players, I've really liked I really enjoyed my time with Jurassic Park.
You just heard it here. Joel does not like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's I really enjoyed. Jared and I had a lot of fun with Jurassic Park, and he even mentioned it like a few days later. He's like, I'm annoyed because I'm thinking about Jurassic Park now and why it's like because for a long time it was Godzilla was the one to beat, and then we had Jaws, and Jared's like, Joel, I want you to have Jaws. I want you to sell your Godzilla and get Jaws. Jaws is better. But we had such a blast on Jurassic Park. That layout, as challenging as it is fantastic. It's so much fun to shoot. And then I did a tutorial for Jurassic Park, so I had to really learn the game. And that's when you realize just how brilliant that game is. The way that you can conquer it, and the paddocks and the modes and supply drop and the super missile shot, or it's just wow. Like I've really grown in my overall respect for Jurassic Park. Do I don't know where I would rate it at this point. I would definitely put it above Avengers. And I don't know. I think personally, I would own a Jurassic Park before I'd own Iron Maiden, but that's mostly based on theme. I really, really enjoyed Iron Maiden as well. But still, where I'm, the top 2 in my mind are still Jaws and Godzilla. But I'm missing King Kong. I am genuinely missing King Kong. The more that they've added to the code, the more that I just really hope I have another opportunity to stream it. So you guys both have access to Kong all the time. Tom, you got one right behind you. Code updates or changes in the game. Where is your enjoyment of Kong gone up, down? Is it still pretty neutral? Where are you at on the game? Overall, Vile. We'll let Tim go first. Tom was called Tim the other day, and we just love it. We love it.
Because I didn't bring my streaming stuff.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you?
That Tim guy didn't bring.
That Tim guy's an a-hole. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Dick. Sorry, what was the question? No, Kong. Yeah. No, I like the direction it's going. There's more of the New York City events. There's the treasure map now is making sense. I saw Carl D'Angelo just annihilate the game on IE Pinball.
Yeah,
that was like super fun to watch.
Carl doing Carl things. Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's nerfed before Papa, but
can you explain the treasure map? What does that add to the game?
It's just like a bunch of different modes. So like basically you have these lit golden arrows every time you start it, and then you got to shoot those and try to finish it at the the cave shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
and it gives you points, a reward, a perk, or what?
Points and perks. Like
points and perks. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So still the main premise of it, or like when you step up to the game, I know you got your modes, and then I know what I really enjoyed about the New York City modes though is there's always yellow shots lit at all time, and you're working your way up the building. So the further you go, once you get far enough, you'll start a New York City mode. The New York City modes, there's now how many in the game? 3?
There's 3, and it's really cool because you can pick you can play one as a multi-ball, you can play one as like a flips mode, kind of like Soul Gem and Avengers, or like Terra Mecha Godzilla.
Okay.
Godzilla. Or you can play it as just a single ball, which I kind of like that. Like, I can decide what I want to do in these like 3 things.
Yeah, it gives you options.
Kind of neat,
There were a lot of people when Kong was announced. We heard from people inside Stern. We heard people that had played this. A lot of people were saying they feel that Kong is Keith's best layout. Do you guys agree with that statement? And what's I don't know. Do you feel like that?
I don't know if it's his best layout, but I think like for somebody like Travis or like Carl, I think it's maybe one of like an easier layout to get down kind of thing. Like it's definitely easier than say Jurassic Park if you're not used to shooting either game.
Okay. All right.
No, I'd agree with that. I think personally, I think it's his best layout that he's done, just because it has the callbacks that I like, specifically like the Quicksilver shots, right, with the drop targets. So if you're not familiar with that, just look up Quicksilver Pinball and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So something like that, I really enjoy. And there's just, I don't know. I mean, all of his layouts are usually pretty spot on. I mean, we all know that. That's baked into the cake with an Elwyn design. But this in particular, there's just certain nuances about it that I can really appreciate. Like being able to sweep targets and have that go all the way around through a spinner to an upper flipper shot, right? And then you just whip it around that biplane side ramp. Like that's a cool sequence right there. And I really like how he's created just a little mini diverter type shot to where it feeds the upper flipper pretty much spot on every single time. I think every game moving forward for all companies should have that as the standard, because not having the keyhole there, right, with the ball there, like just
You're
making
talking
it
about
spin
the wire
away.
form itself,
right?
Instead of it being dropped through a hole, it kind of deflects up,
off like
and
a
then
rubber
rolls
pad
down.
or something like that. I still don't even know what we call that. I mean, I wish there was like an official name for it. There probably is, and I just don't know. But whatever that is, I need to know the official name for it, because I mean, it feeds the upper flipper perfect. Like majority of the time, I would say for me, it's easily above 95% success rate And I played on multiple versions of Kong, pros and premiums at multiple locations just to see. So stuff like that, it's nuances like that to me that really shows the thoughtfulness in a design, that you're actually thinking of, okay, not just how does this one shot shoot? It's how does completing this shot, how does it lead to the next thing, right? And then design's not necessarily just that. It could also be, okay, what happens when I miss a shot? Where is the ball going to go? And that's what makes the upper left side so great. That's its own little mini ecosystem that has that mini left flipper up there. That from a design standpoint, I love this. Like if I ever did a homebrew or something like this is exactly what I would do with a flipper too. The fact that the way that it sets at the angle it does, it almost sets like at a horizontal angle to allow for a different type of shot at that left ramp, that mini flipper up top. So stuff like that, that's a little bit different. That's different nuances right there that I can really appreciate. And then with the bridge, with the log diverter. Yeah, something like that I think is pretty cool too. That's controllable. You could decide just to trap up with that upper flipper and let it go down, or you can decide to hit a ramp. You can decide to try to hit the drop targets. Like there's little things like that when you can take a design and give yourself options at different parts of a playfield. I think stuff like that, I think it's great choices no matter who's designing it. So for the future, stuff like that is just a lot more exciting. So if I had to compare it to something, just to give an example of something that may not be as exciting, it could be something like how the upper area works on Mandalorian, right? That's on the where it just goes into that one little area. You have a flipper and you're just spamming everything there. Yeah. It's like, so I get it. It could work on some, but that's just to give an example of the difference when you really confine an ecosystem to just of one area of a playfield, just to do one thing, compared to expanding it a little bit and letting you do multiple different things with that. So that's the type of design I personally enjoy. And I don't obviously it can't happen on every game, but if it could, it'd be pretty cool.
So do you like the upper left corner of Kong more or the upper left corner of Harry Potter more? They both,
Kong. 100% Kong. Yeah. And the reason why is because on Harry Potter, you can, I got to one point to where I was just spamming the upper ramp over and over again for 7.5 or 9 million a shot. And I just did that 10, 15 times in a row, which, that's more of a software thing allowing you to do that too. But
just points,
Yeah. But there's nothing about the upper left area of Kong in which I'm just going to spam the same thing over and over again. I have to get the ball back there somehow, right? Because if I hit the left ramp, it's going to the right side of the playfield.
Yep.
If I hit
or it
drop
can be
target,
yeah,
right. If I hit the drop target, it's out of, that's what I like about it. It's like its own little mini playfield, but you're in and out of it.
It's
And
so
that's,
well
that's a good thing.
designed. And that was something I noticed when I had Harry Potter, which was there were games that I realized you can kind of ignore the left ramp. You can kind of ignore the upper playfield unless you need it for a mode shot or unless you need you're wanting to qualify the Quidditch multi-ball at that point. Otherwise, you can kind of ignore it. While Kong, because that upper little left ecosystem that you're calling it, it was still ingrained in the rest of the pinball machine. You're still shooting around that area. Yep. But whether or not you're diverting to the upper left flipper or what, you're still hitting the left orbit, you're still hitting stuff over there on the left. I don't, Tom, I didn't let you answer. Which do you prefer, the Kong upper left or the Harry Potter upper left?
I'd say Kong, just because they're both different, but for basically the same reasons Travis said. I mean, it's just,
go ahead.
No, it's just different.
Yeah. I think your comparison to Mando Pro is actually really good because I think Mando Pro, all the shots feel like they're close, right? The main shots are closer, and then he kind of did something in the back with the Grogu area, which is just in lanes, and then they did the mini playfield in the back right. But those are they feel like separate sections of a game, while essentially Elwyn has the same thought. Everything's on the same playfield, but yet it can be its own thing, but yet it also you can shoot all around it and within it.
It's like,
pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's a design choice that it's an extreme balance, right? Like every designer has to figure this out. Like, how do I make a full-size playfield and get somebody to want to engage with that entire game and get it to where things don't feel like a grind, right? Because you don't want things to feel like a grind close to the start button. If you want a game to get grindy, it happens. Like if you play it long enough, of course, any game could be grindy because you're going for a wizard mode or you're having to play the same mode over and over again, get to the same spot. But you want that to happen late in the game, like mid-game to late game. So if you can get a design and rules set to where you entice the player to experience different parts of the playfield and you get them in and out, that's to me, that's the mark of an excellent thought process and an excellent design. And every designer is capable of it. We see it in different parts. All you got to do is just look at a playfield and imagine it in sections. Like you got your upper left section, your upper right, your middle, your lower middle, your lower left, lower right. Like every pinball machine has this.
Sure.
We could look at Harry Potter. Harry Potter's the same thing, right? You have the upper playfield, right? Your upper left area. Then you got the lower right area because you got a scoop, you got a spinner that kicks back around to the right, you got an upper flipper that you can hit underneath. So there's little things like that to where you have certain design choices that entices a player and makes a player want to go for it, and it's enjoyable to do. Like that's the balance that you try to find. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm just glazing Kong nonstop. I will tell you straight up, we talked about this before. Like I'm not a fan of the spider. Like at all, like hitting that shot, like it's kind of whatever, hitting, some targets right there with the magnet. Like we've seen that before. It's just the spider coming down and hitting the ball, I don't know if I'm a big...
Or that gong.
Oh gosh, the gong.
You don't like the gong.
Hey, I don't mind the gong. I just don't like it when the gong F's me over and sends the ball flying. But there is a middle post right there. So I know that's user error. I know.
Life's hard, Travis.
Hey,
sorry.
that's a great example though. If we're thinking ecosystems and comparing it, like different areas, look at Kong and Harry Potter compared to, like you could even do Evil Dead, Harry Potter, Kong, right?
Let's compare it to Alice in Wonderland.
Sure, we could do that as well. Look at the upper right or the area around there. So Harry Potter, you have like a ramp that's a diverter, like the staircase that goes all around, right? King Kong, you have a physical mech there. That's the gong, right? Alice in Wonderland, you have whatever over there. I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I'm sure there's something over there.
It's under the upper playfield. You just can't see it.
Yeah. You just don't know what it is. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. And then, Evil Dead happens to be a ramp that's there that might go up, might go down.
Goes up or down, yeah.
Right. So now when you look at that and you're analyzing a playfield or you're thinking about what's fun, now you got to decide, is the actual physical nature of that, just as a whitewood, you don't think about the code or anything like that. Is it fun?
Yeah.
Right. So a staircase moving all around, sending the ball everywhere, probably fun. The gong for a lot of people, probably fun.
Not you, though.
Not me, though, because it just kicks my ass. Not me. No fun. Yep. No fun gong. But I get it. Right. And so, and then you look at Evil Dead. Some people might like that a ramp flaps open, catch it. Some people might be like, okay, compared to everything else, it's not really that much. Right. So that's the key part of it.
You're focusing on one section of the game. Like,
right. Then
there's
you go
a lot
to another
other mechs
section.
in Evil Dead. But
that's the point. Good.
Sure.
So point out one mech that's on Evil Dead, since we're going to compare all three. Like, what's the one mech?
I mean, I could say the hand, but you don't like the hand.
Well, no, it doesn't matter.
Let's talk about the shotgun shells.
It doesn't matter what I like. This is like everybody. Everybody has an opinion. Okay, shotgun, right?
The shotgun shells.
Okay, on the upper left-hand side. So now that means we have probably drop targets on Kong, the Death Eater on Harry Potter, somewhere right around there, and like
the shotgun shells.
2 shotgun shells that you hit in.
Yep.
So it's like, which one's satisfying to do the most? I don't know, right?
Out of those,
just as a shot,
maybe the Death Eater is the most interactive. I would take that over the sweepable drops on Kong.
Yeah, so how would you rank those 3 then? So
I would probably put Death Eater first, and then I'd do the shells second, and I'd put the sweepable drops third.
Yeah, so there you go. Tom, what would you rank?
I don't know.
Tom's like, I don't know.
I mean, that's you got to look at the sum of all the parts, right? That's what the pinball machine. I mean, maybe I'll ask this question because this I think is a hard question right now. If Twippy Awards if we had to vote right now right now, and we'll just go.
Sure, there would be drama. There would be drama everywhere, and everybody would be like, "Yeah."
Honestly,
yeah, that's what it'd be.
If you think of this year, you got Evil Dead, Dune, Kong, and Harry Potter. Those 4. I mean, there's other games. No offense to the other games, but I think those 4 games all are really good. Are really good.
Yeah.
And
and Dune's a prime example.
Know
upper left is what? The sandworm.
On Dune,
upper left on Dune, sandworm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's there's some really good pinball
there
right now.
Are going to be riots and fighting over this year's Twippies. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious every time.
What a
I
great problem,
so
right?
funny.
What a great problem that there's that much good pinball right now. Like,
yeah,
they're all
there's
so
a
different.
lot.
They're all so different.
There's something for everybody. That's the most important thing.
All right. Well, we'll keep moving along. Tom, John Wick. John Wick has had a few new updates overall.
Ooh.
Good updates, bad updates.
Joel,
Travis
I forgot.
Is pointing.
No, sorry. This is a good segue before we get off on Elwyn Pens. I got to squash the rumor.
Oh, let's
Remember
squash it. That rumor.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Do I have a drum roll? Hold on.
Elwyn's calves are fake.
No, I don't.
Edits his photos.
He's been injecting stuff.
No.
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and squash this now because I keep seeing this everywhere. I see it on Pinside, Facebook. I've heard content people talk about it.
You've heard this from a very reliable source.
A super reliable source.
Yes.
A super, super reliable source.
This isn't sarcasm. This is
Some
not
would
sarcasm.
say the most reliable. Okay. Elwyn is not, and I repeat, not finishing Jack's game. He's not. I'm not going to say like what the theme is or anything like that. We're not talking about that. But he's not finishing the game. So everybody can get off that train of thought. Okay, so moving on to Wick.
What we're saying is it is
Stern
has announced Stern has announced Jack Danger has moved positions. I don't know if we talked about this or not, but he is now moving to like the director of community. So theoretically, Jack Danger is no longer part of the game design team. So the question is, what's happening to his current game, his third cornerstone game? And he's saying that he's still going to be in.
Well,
this is
there's
Jack
a
Danger.
lot of
He's still going to
rumors
be involved.
going on.
Yeah,
well, I think the words Jack said himself, like he's still going to be involved to make that game as good as it can or something. But the vibe is that he's not. And then a lot of the rumors are somebody else is stepping in. And the rumors are Elwyn stepping in, Gomez is stepping in.
Yeah.
People are stepping in to complete, to follow. And the only thing we're squashing here, all that rumor, I don't know. But what we are squashing is no, Elwyn is not stepping in to complete Jack Danger's third game.
Correct.
That's the rumor we are.
What he is doing is stepping in and completing everybody's game. We're going to get 10 Elwyns a year now. So there you go. Run off with that rumor. Put that on Facebook.
So Elwyn did step in to finish John Wick. So let's talk about
he's finishing every game.
No, that's not John Wick code. Tom. John Wick code. What are your thoughts on it?
Mostly good. I hate the fact that they took away. So I was literally playing. I obviously hadn't played the new code. It was like just released. I'm playing it in a tournament, and
straight to a
I'm
tournament.
like,
Okay.
I'm gonna, Joel. That's what I do. Okay, you stream at home, and I stream tournaments. No,
you don't.
Okay,
you don't stream tournaments.
Remember? I do stream tournaments. You just don't watch them.
No,
okay.
That's not. Okay, I was making a District 82 joke.
I was just. I know. I was just at Pinburg. I was just
like,
at
I
the
know.
Beast.
I'm just selling it.
I put my life on pause.
I know you do.
For 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
you
technically,
did do Pinburg, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the Beast at the same
and
time.
The Beast.
You didn't go home.
Yep.
Huh?
Travel in the country.
Anyways,
so
back to John Wick. So I'm playing the game, okay? Doesn't matter where I was playing it. I was playing the game. And literally, I'm like in multi-ball, and I'm like, what do you do in multi-ball? You try to add a ball, right? So I'm trying to hit these targets, and they're not lighting. They're not, like, I hit all 3 targets, and I'm like, what the shit is going on? Sorry, I swore. But imagine my frustration at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't add a ball. What is going on?
So they changed that? You can't, there's no Add-a-ball, or what's the new way to Add-a-ball?
So the new Add-a-ball is one of the modes, which I can't think of right now. I think
it's Task a Crew, right? I think.
See, here's the other problem.
I'm pretty sure it's Task a Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is Task a Crew? Is that the green one?
The orange one.
The orange one. Okay.
That's the far right insert,
which is
tied to the Tarasov family.
Which is the Tarasov family, which is labeled on the playfield as Tarasov family.
Yeah, but it's Task a Crew. If you're in competition, I don't know if they still have.
Task a Crew. Where does it say Task a Crew on the playfield?
Well, it's on the LCD, which is also
4K clips, Tom.
Part of the 4K clips. You should be looking up there.
4K clips, Tom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I'm playing pinball on a fast, flowy machine, I'm always looking at the LCD while the balls
Did you not
are flying
watch
around.
all the movie clips on the Harry Potter pinball machine? That's what you do. You're supposed to be able to you play and you look up at the thing, and you play and look down. Yeah.
I don't
know why you do this, but
I look for the red and yellow inserts that are flashing.
Yeah,
the Gryffindor inserts for
this
your
is modern
lessons.
pinball. It's just modern pinball out completely. So did you find your Add-a-ball?
I'm looking through the README and I'm going
I don't think
like,
you got the Add-a-ball.
What is assassination? What is Task a Crew? What Anyways, so I went home and I looked at my game and I figured it all out. Anyways, but yeah, so there's actually like Travis said, we'll just call it the orange mode to make it a little more simple. So the mode that has the orange insert, if you complete that mode, you get a Add-a-ball during one of the multi-balls, each ball. So you can only use it once each ball.
Okay.
There's
but
also
you use it like you hit the button, or how do you get the ball?
right.
You hit the button.
So think like, I don't know, think like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Anyway, here's the real question, Tom.
What is it?
And is there any point to getting the Add-a-ball on John Wick as it is right now with the way that the rules are? Is there any beyond anything else? Is there any point to prioritizing a mode just to get that perk?
Not really.
No, there's zero.
No.
Zero, Joel. I'm telling you. I wish that they would have the Add-a-ball back onto the stand-ups.
Did you
that makes a lot more sense to me.
Did you tell Keith so he can change it?
I need to, yeah.
But now all the modes actually have not only a perk, but you have to hit like a certain number of shots and then go to the left scoop to complete it to get that perk.
Okay.
So in essence, there's a point to this stuff, I guess.
So months back.
Does that make sense?
The problem is it balanced is the question. Is the perks for tournament players or for people that like score, right? We're ignoring Joel right now, who just wants to experience the world, right?
Right. I would say no. It's a little unbalanced. Yeah.
I would agree. I think it's It
in
went
favor of what? What's the go-to mode?
Should we say it before Papa? Should we actually
Apparently
tell
it's not
people
the orange
what it
one.
is?
I mean,
it can be. What do I want to reveal publicly?
I mean,
this is known. This part's known because Escher did this, right? At
I thought
Northwest
it was Z-Mac.
Pinball Classic. I mean, he probably did too. This one's been known for a while, but so since each faction or each job is tied to a perk, right? So
a mode, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the perk with Gather Intel, which is a ramps mode, the perk is that you add on 20 seconds to your lights out. Now, what is lights out, you may ask, Joel?
That's a different mode.
No, it's not. Shit. Okay.
Lights out isn't lights out in one of the modes? You have to be in his house? Oh, it's a location.
No. Joel,
it's been
lights
a long
out.
time. It's been a long time.
Just ask me what lights out is, Joel.
Tom's doing something. It's 2x playfield.
2x playfield. Yes. So it gives you 20.
Start it?
That's the other part too.
Now I'm all blurry. Thanks, Joel.
The other part is funny here. So you start it by spelling Yaga. So That's on like the in lanes and out lanes.
Out lanes, yeah.
Right. But it acts like Barracuda to where as long as you have the top insert lit, which is Baba, right? Because Baba Yaga is, John Wick's character. If you have that B lit, which is the top insert on the right in lane, you can just keep feeding the crate, and that VUC will kick it up, take it right back to your right in lane. Which case, as long as that top insert's lit, then your bottom insert will lit. You use the left flipper to keep rotating that insert over.
So you can then you'll Yaga pretty easy.
Yeah, you just ski jump over, spam crate, come back. Now, here's the other kicker. You hit the crate a couple of times. What does it do to your mode, Tom? It does...
Increases the time.
No, increases the timer. Yeah, because we already started it. So it increases the timer to the mode. Right. Okay. So now you're taking the mode, you're increasing the time, and you're getting your 2x ready to go. Your lights out. So from there, you hit the button, right? The action button. All the lights go out. It's supposed to be more difficult to know where the shots are because the lights are out. There's even a perk to have motion sensor to where you find where the shots are. The problem is on Gather Intel, you know where every ramp's lit. Like, the ramps are lit. So you just ramp.
So you don't need the arrows to tell you the shots are lit. You just know the arrows are lit.
Yeah, and the ball returns back to the flipper, and it's a 2x combo anyways, so you just keep
that's
spamming.
How you blow up the game.
Oh, well, I mean, like I've had games like over 500 million just in that mode alone, just doing that back and forth. Now, you have to hit the shots. If you mess up, but the key is, too, if you want to get out of it quick, you finish, Gather Intel, you get out, and then you could play whatever other mode you want, and then you're just going to be in lights out in perpetuity because it lasts 50 seconds. And you can't stack them on each other, but you can get 3 of the lights lit, leave the other one unlit for as long as possible if you can, and then you just keep rotating them through.
And there's the motion sensor perk.
Right. So if you want to grab that. So ideally, +2, now the enemies, they will multiply your shot. So instead of blocking your shot, which did suck before.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's just like multiplier,
Travis,
multiplier
I
combos,
have a question for you in regards to Wick.
All right, let's do it.
How the heck do you hit the gold targets?
Just pray. Yeah.
Do you know
are you talking about the one by the right ramp? Like that's at the side?
There's 2 of them, actually.
Yeah.
But there's no direct shot to it.
Yeah, you just got to kind of hit it off something and it just ricochets on. But that's Wick. Like so this whole strategy we talked about in a premium, you can't do it. Pro, yeah, you could do it the whole time. Premium, because that crate stays down. So you can't spam it as much. But the whole game basically is Cactus Canyon, like Joel pointed out. Joel was the first one to really point this out. It's basically the Cactus Canyon layout with some bash mechs on it. Like if you look at it and you lay them over each other, you're like, oh shit. So if you ever are playing John Wick and you're like, this layout's hard, I don't know, it's too fast, this and that, and then you look over at Cactus Canyon, you're like, oh, I could play that all day long. Then just put the layouts on top of each other and you'll be shocked how similar they are. And you're like, oh, okay, there's the shots. It's not as bad now.
But I do think the code has made the game better, but like you're alluding to, maybe
I think they're on the right track.
The 2x is too achievable.
It's too achievable, and I like how it's thematically it makes sense. But yeah, when it's that achievable and you can just spam it the whole time, right?
Right.
I mean, I know there's people listening. It's like, well, just don't do it. But
even
you got to. You need the points.
The in lanes are lit during lights out, right?
Yes, that's why. Sure, but you can't stack them though. What happens is if you have motion sensor and you complete Yaga, that's what will give you a motion sensor to where you can hit the button again during lights out, and that shows you like a area of shots or one shot, so you have an idea of what to hit.
It shows you everything.
Right. Oh, does it do that now?
For like a couple seconds. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then there you go. So it's. I think that the rule set's on the right track,
right? Just
from generally not having enemies block stuff, because that part I've never understood, because it's John Wick.
Killing progression.
Yeah, it's John Wick. Like, I'm going to kick enemies' asses anyways. Like, you look on the LCD screen, he's just murking everybody in sight, yet the only thing getting murked is your score because you're not making any progress. So that part just never made any sense to me. But
so Joel's...
I think it's on the right track.
Joel's been attacking me this whole show. I just want everybody to know this. Joel.
What? Attacking you? Attacking?
Oh, yeah.
You did say we're going to get through Tom. Let's go ahead and get through Tom. Tom, you got 2 minutes.
I apologize,
Joel?
Tom. You deserve better than that.
Joel?
If we said that to our wives, my God.
Joel.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you about work. Well, let's just get through it.
No.
Joel. Yeah.
Joel.
Okay.
There's been a code update for X-Men.
Hey, it sounds like a great transition.
You need to explain it.
It's been updated. X-Men. Well, my question for Wick was: are you glad you've kept it? Are you glad you've kept it? Like, are you? Because it was
I enjoy
Wick
the
and
game.
X-Men were in a similar spot of people were dumping them. They thought the games were dead, but you've stuck through it. Are you happy you stuck through the ownership of Wick?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like how the game shoots, so that's a big part of it for me. And I mean, I kind of figured eventually they're gonna make the game rules better. So I'm fairly happy with it. I mean, like Travis said, I think there's some little tweaks they need to do at this point, but I mean, there's still there's still no wizard mode or any wizard mode, but hopefully they'll get to that point. But the code's at 0.97 right now.
Yeah.
So I would assume that's like the next thing on the docket.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know, Tom, what do you think about this? Joel, have you played the new Wick code at all?
I have not played Wick since no.
So then maybe Tom can answer this then. Me personally, I feel like the game still needs an identity when it comes to the rules, right? It's like,
I think it's gotten better though.
Well, it's gotten better. But what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't feel like, even through the different modes, like gathering intel and tasking your crew and stuff like that, because the game does play so fast, it's not necessarily that I feel like I'm actually like in a Wick action scene, like in any specific one.
Sure.
Right. It kind of just feels like it still all meshes together and it just has like a different light.
So what you're saying, it feels like Harry Potter?
In a way. Yeah. In a way, it does. Like, it's just, and it's hard to do, like, when a game plays so fast and it needs to return the ball back to you, it's not an easy thing to do. But it kind of feels like I don't know what the game wants to be yet. I don't know if it wants you to be in the John Wick world or if it wants you to really just focus on perks, right? Because like they added in the perks. Obviously, they dangled these things for you to go after them to add on to the future part of the game.
Sure.
The problem is that because the game plays fast, it's like, how are those perks going to be beneficial to me at all? Like, that's why it leads to the imbalance, because then you want, you're only going to go for the perks that gives you the best bang for your buck up front, which is always going to be 2x playfield.
I think I think the game's in a tough position because you had a coder on it that had one vision and he left, and now you have another coder kind of coming into it, or you know what I'm saying.
I wish. What about adversaries being lit from the get-go, and you get to choose your adversary that you fight? Like, why not bring that closer to the start button and then let you like actually choose?
I don't mind
who you want to battle against.
I don't mind that.
And maybe instead of like perks from the factions being like maybe it's like something you could bring into that fight with the adversary. Like, Wick might have additional, like, his health bar might be higher, or he might have like additional weapons with him to fight something.
Sure.
Like, I don't know.
Like, in the code as it is in the present state, do you think there's anybody out there that can get through all the modes and all the adversaries in one game?
No.
I don't either.
I think it would take a world-class, like, somebody could, but it's going to take a world-class player.
Do you think Carl could do it?
I think he could eventually.
Yeah.
I think there's less than 5 players in the world that would do it. Right?
I 100% agree with that.
So it's like, how are you going to experience stuff? So that's the key. It's like, how do you want your end user to experience it? If it's a tougher play field, that they're not going to mow through. It's like,
I'm not talking about like, your local bar that doesn't put a tilt bob in it and you could throw it 3 feet. I'm talking like an actual setup game.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I think some of the adversary stuff is interesting, The timer to me though is just hilariously too long. I think it's like it feels like it's 3 minutes with like a 90-second ball saver. It's like it takes forever.
And I agree with the old code, but with the new code where you can actually shoot the shot to finish it, I think the timer's fine.
Yeah. Are you talking about how you can just exit quickly?
Yeah. I mean, you exit quickly, you get your perk.
Yeah, that's true. Like the game wants you to play for a long time. But I don't know. I think the adversaries, they feel a lot more different than the jobs do at this point. So 100, it's like
100%.
I want to play adversaries. Like I enjoy those a lot more than I do the jobs right
100%.
now. But it's like, how do I do that? I want Wick to fight.
Gotta get those enemies. Hit the gold target.
Yeah. So exactly. So it's like maybe I want enemies early on.
Like you don't you have to hit the gold targets to add your enemies? Or
I don't even know anymore. I thought it was that, but I think there's like an enemy that pops up on your ball 1, and then ball 2, there's more enemies. I think it has something to do with like the more jobs that you play, like more enemies show up. Because then once you play Task of Crew, it gets hilariously like overpowered. At least it was before, because enemies would show up and they were designed to block your shot then. So that hasn't changed yet, but I've only played one game on the newest code, so maybe it's changed since then. But
we just have to ask the kids. That's
well, there was a bug in there that led to billions of points, and I don't know if it's been addressed.
Papa?
It is.
It is.
You're going to see. I wanted to mention easily. I think this is the most we've talked about Wick.
Tune in, Joel. Tune in.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You're going to see a lot of ramping out. That's what you're going to see, because it's the safest shot, safest return.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see a lot of that.
Okay, well,
so X-Men.
I'm glad that Wick's heading in a good direction.
Yes.
X-Men is. I am a happy X-Men owner. Is what I will say. I've said it many times. X-Men is one of my top themes. Tom said he loved the way Wick shoots. I really enjoy the way X-Men shoots. Just playing X-Men, shooting the shots, I really have a lot of fun. Now, people have had mechanical issues with the way that their X-Men set up. I've done all the Stern official fixes. So there's a Stern plunge fix kit. I've put that in. The left flipper feed, it's like a metal rail. I've put that in. And then I have the Raiden mod for the plunge as well in the back. And between those fixes, I'm actually very happy with how it shoots. Sure, there are still times where the plunge doesn't. I mean, I'm probably at 90+% success rate on the plunge. But there are times it fails, and then there are times the midtown shot, the shot right up the middle, feels clunkier than it should, which is odd. You guys are going to scoff, but I actually got a set of precision flippers. I haven't put them on the game yet. I'm curious what doing that would do to the game. If it would, just that little bit extra power would help it. But even if I don't, I'm really happy with the way the game shoots currently.
So if you're happy with the way the game shoots, why are you changing your flippers, Joel?
Because you have that whole thing of what I don't like.
He's got to put those 1-inch ones in there.
No, what I don't like.
The game is shooting fantastic. Guess what I'm going to do? Change the flippers.
My midtown shot, the easiest shot in the game.
Right.
I've heard from a lot of people that they can hit that with the left flipper. I cannot. On mine,
so it depends.
It's just underpowered.
It's copy dependent. Yeah. I just talked to somebody last night at League. They own an X-Men. They actually love the game. They enjoy it. And they have a pro, and they said they cannot hit that shot from their left flipper to save their life. It just rejects all the time on them. Now, the one I have at our warehouse, I can hit it from the left ramp, and everybody else can too. So I think it's just copy dependent.
Exactly.
Or precision flipper dependent in your case.
Well, no, I can hit it and it's clean. It just starts up the ramp, and it's just like it needs that little tiny bit of extra oomph to complete the shot. Like I'm hitting it clean. It needs
the performance pill to get it needs
that little extra bit of power. So that's where I'm curious. Yeah. But I might play around with it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? That's the only way you know. You can get it through all the way. You got to play around with it.
Code-wise, Code-wise, I'm enjoying the direction the code is heading. I'm glad to see these little. I still think we're in a spot where they're almost kind of cleaning up what code was there or redefining the fundamentals of the code, the base of the code that's there.
Where do you think it's going?
Well, I do think they're fleshing out. They're making the modes a little more fun. I know future. Currently, there's only one future mode. I know there's going to be multiple future modes. There's going. Yes.
It's not going to be the same future.
It's not going to be the same future every time.
Interesting.
Like Nimrod's not in the game.
They
Senator
sorely
Kelly's not in
need
the
to
game.
do that for the future. I think that's my biggest gripe right now in the new code.
So-
the loop feels like Groundhog Day
I think Joel's
over and
going to
over
be
again.
depressed though when it happens.
Well,
No, he's going to
say,
slap his new flippers on there, and he's going to be pleased as punch. Hitting
I don't know
that
why I
ramp with his
say
left
why I
flipper.
admit or say anything. You know,
No, we're supporting you, Joel.
it feels.
We're
so
supporting you, changing your flippers on your game that shoots just fine.
It's
Yeah,
his
we
game,
are.
Travis. He can do anything
Exactly.
he wants.
Exactly.
I'm just
He
curious.
can have it at
if
5-degree
will,
pitch. He can have it leaning
no.
to the left. He can
No.
have the legs on
Okay.
backwards. He can do
All right.
everything.
Well, this leaning to the left crap. All right, we'll talk about. I don't think it's leaning. I haven't put the level on it yet, but what they're saying. My Cactus Canyon, I streamed it the other night, and
For the
Carl
record.
D'Angelo, they think
For the
it's
record,
leaning
it
left.
wasn't us.
It wasn't us. Yes,
It was
for the
Carl
record.
D'Angelo. Thanks a
For all
lot,
you
Carl.
Joel stands that want to send us
Yeah.
hate mail, this isn't us.
It's so just. Yeah. I just. Why do we? You put yourself out there, right?
Have you talked
try
to Dry
you
yet
put yourself
about your
out there.
audio? Have you figured that out yet?
We're getting
No.
to Cactus Canyon.
Okay.
We're an hour and 10. Let's just finish that. Everybody's having a great time. Everybody's having a great time, right? Everybody's having a good time. I'm enjoying X-Men. I do think I'm happy
Well, that's
I
good.
jumped
Yeah.
in when I jumped in. And I think think the game is heading in the right direction. I do think the game is going to be enjoyed more. It is unfortunate to have a game that needs so much tweaking. I mean, I'm spoiled in a way where I get these brand new games, I unbox them, and I really have had to do very little tweaking to brand new games to just get them to play really well. Like they just play well. But this is a game that it's like, okay, the game plays, but if you really want your version of your game to play well, you're probably going to have to dive in there and tweak it a little bit.
I'm going to have to step out for a minute.
He's got to get his microwave installed.
Yeah.
He does.
Now, most people would think, why does a dentist need somebody to install a microwave for them? It's above an oven. And it's really intricate.
No, it's a guy coming to set it on your counter and plug it in. That's
no.
Yeah. I actually did that exact install for my parents a few weeks ago, and it's not easy. Yeah.
Just go tend to that, Tom
understand,
Graf.
though. We
We'll be
understand.
right here. We'll hold it down. We'll talk about X-Men while you're gone.
Yeah.
I
other
wasn't
things, too.
talking anyways. It's fine.
No, that's not
You're good.
well, we got him out of the way, right? We got him. We got him out the way early.
Have you noticed something, Joel? I'm noticing a pattern here. Every time we podcast,
bug guy.
He has something going on at his house.
He's a busy man.
It's like the freaking village people over there.
Okay. To Tom's credit, he takes Fridays off because he works hard. He takes Fridays off,
true.
so why? Of course, he would schedule the things on Friday. That makes sense.
Do you do that? Do you schedule things to happen at your house on your day off?
No,
do you have
because I work 5 days a week, but I work from home.
Right.
So really, they can just come whenever.
That's what I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, you work, right? Okay. So,
I mean, I try.
X-Men, I'm really happy with X-Men.
Did you play
just
it last
for the
night?
People, I did. The new code, they've changed the multi-balls. They've made the multi-balls a little easier to understand what's going on, or just like
I'd heard that they changed the UI. Did you notice that? Like on the LCD for Save the City or something like that?
So that's what's funny is remember when Save the City originally came out, Save the City is all about hitting every shot in the game 3 times. When Save the City came out, there was nothing telling you were doing anything. And then all of a sudden the middle shot was lit yellow. They changed that by adding the 6 shots that are needed in the upper right, but it was either gray, as in you haven't hit it 3 times, or green, you have hit it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
There was no in between. They've now changed it where every time you hit the shot, it's like a progress bar. So it's like, I've hit it once,
excellent.
I've hit it twice, I've hit it 3 times. Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Little things that are making it better and better and better. But it's one of those things where it's very clear to me just to step up to a game and enjoy the way a game shoots. That's where, that's what I miss about, I miss shooting Kong. I miss shooting
Mhm.
Harry Potter. Those are the things that I like. That's
Yeah.
the experience that I enjoy.
Yeah, the games have to have a hook there somehow, right? It's got to
Yeah.
either have a actual layout design hook, or it's got to have some type of software hook, right? Like just through auditory or a light show, everything.
Just because we're going down the line, my random side comment about Godzilla, I got my final Stumbler mod. I got my final Stumbler mod for the for behind. So this is
Is that
now
a building? What am I looking at here?
this is the building that goes behind the main building. So now
Built-
this is the one that the ball shoots up through. Not the main building
Right.
that goes up and down. It's like it goes on the back box. Not the back box, the back panel.
Oh,
So there's
it's
three
like a
buildings in the back.
Oh, it does
So
like
it's
a
a whole-
landscape.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
whole new. These things are incredibly well made and beautiful, and this is the last one. So this is his the third building that goes in the back.
Oh, so you're
it's
gonna
like it's like a
resell
whole
it right now?
freaking dial. No, I don't think
That's
I
the
could
last
ever
one?
sell this one.
$200, people. First
It's a
one
beautiful, beautiful mod.
gets it.
Okay, so my game. I'm very happy with where my games are at the moment, and one of the main reasons of that is Cactus Canyon. I got the Cactus Canyon upgrade kit. Huge shout out to Josh Sharp. Josh Sharp had 2 kits made. They're in production right now, but he had 2 kits made, delivered to him. He shipped me one, and then he's keeping the second kit to put in the game at Papa. So with the kit, you get the saloon door mech, which has an attached new spinner to the left, and then you get a new little sign for the railroad lock sign. So now when you're locking balls in Golden 9 multi-ball, you know how many you have locked based on what lights are lit. So it seems very simple. It's like, oh, you just add these mechs. But what I underestimated was how much additional code they added to the game. They tweaked some of the modes. They've added hurry up modes. They've just added a lot. I mean, well, if you look at the little brochure, 10 new modes, 2 enhanced modes. There's way more animations. There's new call outs. And it's crazy to me to have a game that I already felt was good. And then they just like fleshed it out even more and made it that much better.
Now, how long did it take you? And now we're talking about the Lyman Sheats complete upgrade
Lyman
kit,
Sheats,
correct?
Yep.
That was finished by Josh Sharp, and I think wasn't there one other person that was helping him with it too? I thought
Josh Sharp didn't program it; he didn't do the actual.
Right, that's
there's
what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
team
I think there's
behind it.
Well, there's somebody else named Sam. I can't remember the last name. Sorry, starts with a Z.
Yes, Zher, Zher,
Yeah, that sounds right.
Zher.
Yeah,
I don't. Yes, I'm talking to him. The reason I'm talking to him is I found a bug. He's the main programmer. He's the main guy behind the project. But Lyman wrote all the foundation. Lyman and Josh wrote the foundation of all the rules, what they want to change, and it's a lot. Like they took a game. That's what I think is crazy. Cactus Canyon was originally made, and the game was essentially delivered or sold incomplete. And I know that because the original code, you can play the original code in the game, and you realize how barren that original code is. I
think it is kind of funny though. Like this day and age, it's like, yeah, Cactus Canyon released to incomplete code, and it's kind of like I feel like that's what everybody says about every game that's released nowadays.
That's a big deal. What's a big deal?
Yeah, it's like normalized now.
But that was it. It was incomplete code, and it was not completed until CGC remade them, and then they completed the code. And what I mean, like, there weren't modes in that. There weren't not every shot had a mode written for it.
It wasn't traditional. Yeah.
Now it's all there. But this, it took it even further. And that's what I'm really happy with. The saloon door mech, what I love about it is I remember when I bought a Cactus Canyon, I mean, some of the feedback you talked about it. It's like, well, do you like Cactus Canyon? You're like, no, I don't want to just sit there and shoot Bart all day. Like that was your vibe of the game. It was just
it's
hit
a lot
Bart,
of this.
Wait for the ball to come back. Hit Bart,
it's a lot
wait
of
for the ball to come back.
Over and over again. Yeah.
Not now. That's what the saloon door mech. The Bart shot was essentially a scoop that you were a trough that you were hitting the ball into, and then you had to wait for an animation, and then it would spit the ball back out. Now with the saloon door mech, the door stays shut, so it's now like you're just hitting. It feels like a stand-up target almost. You're just hitting a target, And so the game stays fast. The ball keeps moving. And then once you've hit the shot enough, the door goes up, and then you hit the trough and you get your animations, but you've accomplished something. And so I'm amazed at how changing that one mech, how much it's changed the overall vibe of the game. The game feels faster. It feels like you can do more. There's so many different things you can do at any time. Am I focusing on Bart's? Am I focusing on the mode? Oh, I got saloon fight, hurry up going. Do I want to build that up and then cash out? Do I want to, I got my combos. I got my, quick draw is lit. Let me hit my quick draw shot. Like, I don't know. I'm really happy with where the game's at and really excited to own this game. And to me, I think Cactus Canyon is an undervalued game. There are so many out there right now for sale that are steals, in my opinion. And I'm not just trying to shill, but it's just, I've always thought it's been a good game. It's the one CGC game I'm surprised is cheaper than, when you compare it to Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars. But it's the value of what you get. There's some really good mechs in the game. I'm such a sucker for the 4 drops that pop up that you have to use for gunfight and quick draw. And now they use those drops in Martial Multi-Ball and some other modes to kind of block your shots. Like, I'll tell you right now, if I'd ever designed a game, it'll never happen, but if I did, there would be drops in front of ramps or there would be drops in the play field. I just love that. The targets pop up, you got to hit it, and then it goes out of the way. Just like the fin on Jaws. I just love it. I love
just like
how
the
that
3 drop
it.
targets on Halloween, the center ramp.
No, that's not what no.
Is that your inspiration?
No. But it's
now,
just
how long did it take you to install the kit?
A lot of people have asked that. I think
it's supposed to be 2 hours is the estimated time.
No, I would say for you, it would probably be 4 or 5. But for most people,
that's fair.
I think Monica could knock it out in an hour. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It just depends on how meticulous you are or like how, but it's honestly, I think it took me a little over an hour, but I was also filming it. I filmed myself do the entire install. So if I wouldn't have had to worry about lights and camera angles and all that, and I could have just focused, I confidently think I could have done the whole thing in under an hour.
Really?
It's not that bad. So
what does it involve? Do you have to actually lift up the playfield?
You do.
Or do you have to unscrew a bunch of stuff off the top? Or is it a mix of both?
It's a mix of both. You start on the top of the playfield. You basically remove 2 rails. You have to cut out a switch. You actually have to cut 2 wires to remove the switch that was originally in front of Bart. Yeah, you cut that off. You cap them off, and you kind of just shove it under a ramp. And then you like thread some stuff under a ramp. The hardest thing is you got to thread these cables down through a hole. You got to thread all the cables down. They go up into the back box. You thread it, and then you got to line up the new saloon mech just right. And once you get it all lined up, you screw down 4 screws, and then you're basically done at the top. You lift the playfield, you plug one thing in, then you slide the playfield forward, and everything else runs up into the back box, and you plug a few things in, and then you just kind of clean it up. You zip tie it or do it in clips, and piece of cake. So honestly, it's not that bad.
So here's my question to you, because I think you've been wanting. Didn't you mention you wanted a Medieval Madness? You're getting one.
Yes, I'm planning on buying one. Yes.
Okay. So now that you've played both, and you've played Cactus Canyon, with the kit, which one do you think you would have more fun with over a full year if you had them both side by side?
By a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a couple of people, and it goes to show you it's kind of amazing how if you just get the right rules on a game, the right feel on a game, and you just tweak something, right? How it totally changes the complete complexion of a game.
The topper too. They've added more in the topper. Like the topper's utilized more. There's lights at the bottom of the topper, so there's different times where the lights will show a timer or your progression of shots. I just think they took a game that was already an A and they took it to another level. But I will tell you right now, yes, I am planning on getting a Medieval Madness Merlin edition. Just because I was like, I really think for the friends and family, right? I just think that game's going to be well enjoyed or loved. But my initial thought was like, I have Cactus Canyon. I will enjoy the code. And then when it's time to get Medieval Madness, if I decide Medieval Madness is the game I want, I'll sell Cactus Canyon. But I'm really... and maybe I'm just in the honeymoon phase, but I really don't see myself selling Cactus Canyon at this point. Like, it's really just a great game.
Yeah. I mean,
another
I think you're right. There's a lot of games out there right now because I think that like I'm looking at the kit right now and I mean it's what, like 10 modes, 10 extra modes attached to it.
It adds
and everything.
Well, the best way to look at it is now on the plunge has changed as a hurry up mode that you can do. Bella Bart, when it comes to the Barts, there were only 4 in the game. Bella was always on the back glass. Bella is now in the game. She herself doesn't really change. It's just different callouts, different art. Right. Saloon Fight is a really cool hurry up that you get based on the spinner. So it's really for points. If you're looking for progression, you don't have to do anything with Saloon Fight, but it's just another distraction, as in it's like, oh, I have that going. Should I stop what I'm doing right now and focus on building up that jackpot and then cashing out? Right. Gunfight, the logic behind Gunfight is totally changed. Previously, you could promote from like sheriff to deputy or deputy to whatever. The goal was always to get the marshal. In the original code, I don't think it never did anything. But now there's marshal multi-ball. There's a marshal. Once you've progressed to marshal, you can start it again, and there's a mode, and if you get through that mode, you get to a multi-ball. So it's another essentially kind of mini wizard mode that's built into the game that's really fun. And so there are times that I play, and that's all I'm focusing on is progressing up to marshal. I'm not worried about modes or Barts or anything. Well, I say that to have the ability to upgrade, to be promoted, you have to win a gunfight. To qualify gunfight, you either have to complete a mode or beat one of the Bart bros. So it's like you still have to do that, but then you see gunfights lit and it's like, sweet, here's my opportunity to be promoted. Gunfight is also where a lot of the points are. Gunfight will bring in the points of whatever you did to qualify gunfight. All gunfight is it holds the ball, it puts up the one of the 4 drops and you have to hit it. Right. So it's kind of a one shot. So that's what I'm excited from a Papa standpoint. There's a lot of pressure to hit that shot. And you can build the value of your gunfight by, let's say you complete 2 modes and a Bart before you play gunfight. Well, the value of both of those 2 modes and Bart have been brought into gunfight. Yeah. And now that one shot is going to be worth all that. And that's really, that risk reward is awesome. There's a new video mode, the Shootout 2 video mode. Showdown, that mini wizard mode has changed, which is a lot of fun now. Showdown happens once you've done all the quick draws. There's a gunfight ball save on the left. Once you've been promoted to deputy, that'll be lit. That's a fun, another situation of, oh, I drained out the left side. Boom, it pops up all 4 drops. One of them is green. If you hit the green one, your ball is saved. Otherwise, if you hit any of the other ones, flippers die, your ball's over. Franken Beans has been added. Drunken Multi-Ball has been added. That uses the beer target, the beer stein target, which was really underutilized in all the other versions. But now the more you hit that, you can get to those modes. Saloon Party's there. Once you beat all the Bart Bros, Marshall mode was added. And then High Noon, the final wizard mode, they fleshed it out. That before was kind of a joke.
Right.
So much more. Much more in the game.
It sounds like, because it's like at a price point of $12.49 or $12.50, something like that.
Oh, so, if you have Cactus Canyon, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, it's a no-brainer. I know it's still $1,200, but it's a no-brainer.
Well, no, it still sounds like, because you can find an SE around for like $6,000. You can. Yeah. They're out there. So, I mean, realistically, considering that you could, if you're in the right spot, right time, you could pretty much have this kit and an SE with not too many plays on it for less than $7,500. That
for the cost of a Stern Pro. And
it sounds like that's a pretty good deal. With
so
where it's
much
at.
more in it than a Stern Pro. Like mech.
Are you talking about just mech wise? Yeah.
Oh yeah, mechs. I really like the build quality of it, but mechs. I mean there's a lot in this game. I think it's a fantastic game. I've always been a fan of it. Once I got it, this was one of the games that I remember when I streamed it originally. I was just like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and then we just really loved it. And it's made Jared and I, we've had a lot of conversations. Like, honestly, with all the new artwork that's in the game, we've talked about this so many times. That artwork makes me happy. The DMD dot style artwork.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy. And I can't say that about really any of the LCD artwork out there. And maybe it's because it feels different. It feels different than a video game or something that we look at every single day.
I think really what you're describing, I go through this too, to where like pinball is still pinball, but then sometimes pinball doesn't feel like pinball when you're looking at the totality of everything. Like, so for me, no matter what, it's like looking at an LCD screen. It's modern pinball. But then, of course, in my game room, I have a bunch of EMs and solid states, and I love playing the Bally Williams games. So yeah, I'm super partial to that, and I don't mind like the enhanced DMD, like the super DMD or whatever you want to call it, like something like that. I'm fine with. But yeah, I think too, it's just interesting to see where Cactus Canyon has gone, because it came out 1998.
Yeah,
there's like a little over 900 units released. It didn't really do that great. Got shut down early. Like I said, incomplete code, all that. And then the remake was August, I think, of 2021. So it's been out.
It's been a long time.
4 years.
It's been a long time.
And now this kit is just now getting out.
I know.
It is wild to see, like, just the trajectory of everything, like where everything's gone. And obviously there are certain circumstances to where this got delayed with Lyman's untimely passing. But it just makes me wonder that if something like this would have been attached to the project from the get-go, because remember when it was first announced, they announced the rule set changes and all that coming. Like, I don't remember if they had it exactly as advertised as like just the kit itself, but I remember that they said there was going to be enhancements coming from this team.
Well, when you put Lyman's name on it, we know. Yeah, and I remember a long time ago, I remember saying, like, hey, Tom, are you thinking about getting a Cactus Canyon? Because I wasn't on board when the game was announced. I played it. And Tom was like, if I got it, it would be because Lyman. Like, because there was immediate faith in Lyman, Josh Sharp, that if these two are going to attach their name to a project, the code is really going to be fleshed out in a way that's going to be really fun. It's going to be tournament friendly.
Yeah.
And it's just really stuck to me. I mean, that's where, I don't know. To me, listening to you guys talk about John Wick, like, I love it that you guys are that passionate about code and scoring and the way to blow up a game and tackle a game. I just don't. That's not the way my brain works. Like, I just don't care. I don't care about 2x playfield. I like just pinball.
Pinball's two ways, and I think a lot of it is like, and we talked about this before. To me, a large part of my enjoyment of pinball too is exploring. Right.
Okay.
Like I like getting to wizard mode. So getting to wizard modes means you have to do a lot of tasks to get there. The score in general does not matter at that point. So that's a lot of fun. Like Attack from Mars, getting to rule the universe. You got to do all these different tasks. So like even Jurassic Park has something similar to that, to where it has 5 different wizard modes, I think, with it. But you got to do certain things to get each wizard mode, right? Play so many control rooms or beat so many paddocks. And it's just more task based. So I think, there's a lot of ways to approach pinball play. And I think that's what makes it most exciting to see, if you want to break down a game like you do a game of chess, to where you're like, I'm going to hit these first 5 shots, or it's going to lead to these next 10 shots. You could totally do that. Every game, you could map out the exact shot sequence you need to do to get to the exact score you want. You can absolutely 1,000% do that. Does everyone do that? No. That's probably less than 1% of all players that actually do that, and probably less than 5% of players even think about that you could even do that, right? Because a lot of times it's just hit a shot that feels good, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. And I think having games that, and that's why I talk a lot about exploring a playfield. Like, you need a rule set that gives you a reason to explore the entire playfield, because a rule set, there's 2 things really that will totally guide a player through a game. It's either going to be your rule set because you have a light flashing, you got to hit this shot, or you got to do this task, or it's going to be a shot that's just simply fun to hit. And then the key is just meshing those 2 things together. That's really the key. Not everybody plays for score. I would say less people in pinball play for score than the people that do.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's the way it is.
Well, even just on this podcast, I know there are people that glaze over when tournament talk starts happening, or like how do you blow up this or that? A lot of people, I mean, the way that I view things is, even the tutorials I film, it's all just progression. How do I progress through the game? And task-based games that show me, to get to this, you have to do X, Y, and Z. I really latch onto that. And
it's needed. Because the majority of people I talk to, I cannot stress this enough. cannot, and this is no knock against them. This is like what they experience, what they tell me. They cannot get through the first 5 minutes of pretty much any game. Like getting to the second mode and finishing the second mode of a game is super foreign to them. Getting 2 multi-balls in one game, super foreign to them. So the idea of lining up all these stacks, that's a zero starter. Like that just won't happen.
I don't care about, you don't want to start that mode till you bring this in. It's like, no, I don't. I'm going to start the mode. But I don't know. Cactus Canyon, once again, I mean, I've met people that they're super passionate about pinball, but it's almost like they don't care about modern pinball. They just love the Bally Williams era of pinball. That level of complexity or simplicity, how you look at it, is right where they want to live. And I will say, I mean, the way my brain works, I like some of these super complex rule sets and realizing the thought process behind all those. I have a ton of fun playing those games, but when I just come down and want to just play pinball, most of the time I like my brain being off. I like my brain being off. So what keeps me moving forward? Satisfying shots, kinetic satisfaction, or just the simplicity behind certain games. I mean, honestly, one of the games that I miss is Monster Bash. Like Monster Bash, that's a game I've had. I streamed and I've beaten it. I've beaten the game. And yet that's a game that it was just fun to step up and just play. Step up and play. Yep. Simple to understand. That's what I like about Total Nuclear Annihilation. You don't have to overthink anything. You just play the game. And but with that said, I got Godzilla on the other side. Super complex. If you want it to be. It doesn't have to be. You can just play the game and fight some guys and rip some spinners. And I don't know. That's what's fun about pinball, right? And
you can approach a game any way you want, right? It's kind of like, I think if you have a super deep / complex rule set, it does give them some, I guess, lateral chance to be able to have somebody just play it at a surface level and it'll be fine. Whereas if you put out something that's super shallow and everybody gets through it, then you're risking the longevity of the game. Like people can accept that on an EM or a solid state. They can accept a shallow rule set then. Yeah. But for whatever reason, if you put a modern game, you put an LCE on there, God help you if you have a shallow rule set, and right? Like that happened to Munsters, right? Everybody went nuts about that. So
which I get, but
then
I don't know.
Pulp Fiction isn't super deep. And it did just fine. And it's mostly a single level and a half, right?
Yeah, I really had a lot of fun with that game. But it was task-based. You had 5 tasks or whatever. So it's, what do you want to focus on? What do you want to do? And Josh said it. He said that was something you learned from Lyman, that if like to get to high noon, you have to complete 5 tasks. But Lyman said you only have to make one of those tasks hard. The other 4, make them achievable. You only have to make one of them hard. And I know I think it was in Pulp Fiction, to get to the final wizard mode, it was like you had to get a super jackpot in briefcase multi-ball or whatever it was, or you had to get to a certain level. That was the hard one. All the other ones, like you should theoretically over time get to. And that's where what excites me about Cactus Canyon, that dangling that carrot. The hard one in this now is Showdown. Showdown, to play Showdown, you have to complete all 4 quick draw events. Once you've done that, you start Showdown. Showdown, the way it plays is it starts as a 2-ball multi-ball. All 4 drops pop up. You have to hit all 4 drops, and then all the shots are lit for a jackpot shot, and you have to hit one of those. Once you've hit one of them, it'll kick out another ball. But you have to keep at least 2 balls in play. So you have to keep a 2-ball multi-ball going. But I think you can get up to like 3 or 4 balls. But then all 4 drops pop up again. Once you complete all 4 drops, then all the jackpot shots except for the one you hit are lit. So it's like you end up having to hit every single main shot after completing the drops. And then once you've done that, then you have to hit Bart to kill him. That's the hard one. That's the hard one now. And I beat it, which is crazy to me. I think it was crazy to Josh. Josh Sharp was watching. That was crazy to me that I beat it on stream. But the fact that I beat it gives me that feeling of like, I've beat that one. So now that I've done it once, now I just need to get that perfect game where I get all the modes beat, I get all Barts beat, I get my 10 combos, and I hit mother load during all. And if I can do that, boom, high noon's right there. And that's like energizing to me, that I think that it's possible.
Yeah, and it's important to see rule sets going that way as well, because I think that puts you on a solid ground to build up and to get players to want to engage in that, right? You can have it super shallow at the very beginning, make it easily understandable. You got your bozo multi-ball that you can get to quick. You want action to happen quick, right? You're pushing it quick.
Sure.
And then you can get more depth later on as you go. You can make things a little bit more complicated. That's why I've always been a big fan over like level 1, level 2 modes, to where it might get a little bit tougher, or you could have some sort of risk reward. I think, and I'm not saying like Keith is the first one to do this. That's just the one off the top of my head. I like how like King Kong, the New York City modes, they have the or not the multipliers, the modifiers now. We talked about that a little bit earlier. So something like that, I think, works really well, to where it's kind of, this is the super extreme balancing act we talk about. It's like, how do you weigh out getting an earned perk by the player compared to something that the player can just have a choice to use at the very beginning, right? So imagine like those modifiers, the player has to earn those modifiers in order to apply it. And that's kind of what Avengers Infinity Quest was. You had to earn the gems. You had to
earn
beat
the gem, and where do you want to put it?
Right. And that's where people's minds just exploded. They got in their own head, like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't want to put it on the wrong spot. That was the worry, right? Like, I just don't want to put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
It's like,
so it's kind of, And that was the exact opposite, where you had to earn it and then you could decide. Like, in theory, that should be an excellent mechanic. But then what you find in practice, when you have players that may not be elite level flipper skills or even average flipper skills, which is perfectly fine, that means that their choice in doing that, it's going to be very hard to earn that. Compared to like New York City, you earn getting to the New York City modes, and then you can just decide right off the bat, how do you want to do this? How do you want to modify something? And I think that I find that very fascinating with a rule set. If people can start implementing that more, I think that adds on to a lot of replay value as well.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
if you have a mode tree and you're like, I can turn this into a 2-ball multi-ball, or I can turn this into a time flipper mode or something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know how hard that is to program in software wise, but
I think it's
fun.
That balance, and we talked about this so many times, the balance of replayability, but yet, so that means you need to have complexity, but yet you can't be too complex, because then you overwhelm. You know, I know my brother's initial impression of Harry Potter was too much. It's too much. He just couldn't. It's like, where do you even start? You're drinking from a fire hose. But once you realize, there's actually a lot of logic there. So you got to have that. Yeah. But you also don't want to have a game where it's like, well, clearly the only way to play it is to do this. And then all of a sudden you have a game that sure, it may have a ton of options, but if you ignore all of them and you're only following one path, then all of a sudden the game feels really shallow, or it feels just like samey.
And the way you eliminate that completely is to have task-based wizard modes. Like, that's the easiest way to eliminate that, because then you give a reason to do everything.
Yeah,
that eliminates that.
With Cactus Canyon, it's like, oh shoot, I'm 1 Bart away from Bionic Bart. Like, I'm going to focus on that all of a sudden. Or, hey, I'm only 1 shot away from starting my last mode that takes me to Stampede. Like, I'm going to focus on that. So or it's like, man, I just played Stampede. I drained. Let's start up another game. Okay. Instead of focusing on modes this time, I'm going to focus on just progressing towards Martial Multi-Ball. Like, that to me, I love it. I love it. This isn't new. I've owned Cactus Canyon for a while. I loved it before. The kit has added even more to love. And I'm really enjoying where it's at. Now, with all that said, there is a problem. If you watch my stream, there's an audio issue. We don't know yet. And I say we as in I'm working with CGC. I'm talking back and forth with them. I don't know what it is. You read Pinside, and there's plenty of people that think they got it figured out, but I don't know what it is. And what I mean by that is there's a crackling, or it seems like there's a clipping there's like a max volume situation. And so we got a lot of grief on the stream because of the audio. I understand. It's not the speakers. What I mean by that is I'm doing direct capture, whether or not I do direct capture straight off the PCB for the audio, or whether or not it goes to the speakers, the crackle's still there. It's not volume specific. If I'm at volume 1 or volume 10, it's still there. It comes through both the back box speakers and the cabinet speaker. So I really do think it's software related. I'm talking to the main programmer of the game. I've sent him a bunch of stuff. He's on it. We do think essentially every audio clip has, when you save the audio clip, you set it at a standard volume, and then those audio clips may overlap. And so does the combined audio clip possibly peak or be more than the onboard amplifier? Maybe. I don't know. But my view is there's some people that are pissed because they think this means that the Cactus Canyon kits are going to be delayed even more until this is solved. That may be true. I don't know. But at the same time,
you've waited 4 years. What's another year? Just wait again. It's fine. It'll come out.
At this point, I would rather people get the game and it'd be great. And the other thing is, it could be maybe my board is blown or something. Maybe the amplifier part of my board. I don't know. But I'm working with them. We're trying to figure that out. The other bit of grief, and I was waiting for Tom to get back on, but Carl, what pissed me off was Travis is like, I'm watching your stream now. And Travis, you immediately go, something's up with your left flipper. And I was like, there's nothing up with my left flipper. I've played this game for hours. There's nothing wrong with my left flipper.
And
I looked at my flippers last night. And on the playfield itself, there are 2 holes to show you how to align the flippers. My left flipper is not aligned at the same spot as the right one. And it just really makes me mad that you were right. And I don't know how to feel about it. So I need to adjust it. I don't think I haven't looked at the bushing yet. You think the bushing may be cracked too. If it does, I just don't even know anymore.
Here's the great news though. Nobody else watching even noticed.
Yeah, but you noticed immediately.
Because I pay attention to pinball, Joel. That's the difference. Like, I pay attention to how games play. It's
for
fine.
hours.
No
and
big
it
deal.
shoots great. And apparently it's just a millimeter or 2 lower. And it's like, God. So dropping that down a little bit will probably make hitting the right ramp a little easier, which is the hardest shot in the game for me. So it's annoying. But I can swallow my pride. I can say, Travis, you were right. Good job. Way to go.
You just got to put on precision flippers.
No,
fine.
No,
just do that.
Game shoots great. I'm not going to change it. Maybe it's because I stream in 1440p. That's what it is. It was the high res of the pixels, and you could see the flipper. But things are good there. I was still waiting on Tom. We're an hour 45 minutes in. I think.
Well, we got to talk about one thing before Tom gets back. We got to
talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a new game coming out.
That's what I was waiting on, Tom. But
Fall of the Empire. I've heard some people say that you could take that one of 2 ways. Fall of the Empire. Like somebody. Look at that timing! Wow,
here he comes!
Wow. That's all we had to do. He was probably standing off to the side.
Is it over?
No.
We were
just
waiting.
Hit it perfect.
We just said, we're like, hey, we've been waiting on Tom, but we just got to get into it. We talked a lot about Cactus Canyon. That's what you missed. But here we are. Star Wars. There's a new Star Wars game announced.
Yes.
Fall of the Empire.
Interesting.
Do you care? What are your thoughts, Tom? Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Do I care there's a new game or that it's
both?
Yeah,
okay.
True. We want to hear your true, unfiltered thoughts.
I mean,
wait, time out. First off, how's your microwave? Is it great? Is it good?
It's okay. It didn't exactly. It fits in the hole, but the trim didn't exactly fit, so we had to use the old trim.
Just send me videos, and I'll let you know about the alignment.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's like such a pain in the ass. But anyways,
Tom, he was right about my Cactus Canyon flipper. It was misaligned. That's all I'm going to say. That's
just
all.
Don't tell anybody that.
And I'm sure Carl's right about your level.
I don't want to talk. If I haven't. Okay, enjoy your crappy trim on your microwave, Tom. Thanks for being back.
How's the audio?
Audio's great. Audio's great.
Fall of the Empire. With Spike 3, because that didn't confuse everybody seeing that on the teaser trailer.
Right.
For those that know, they care. For those that don't, they go,
But nobody knows what Spike 3 is entailing. So, it's just kind of like...
Do you know what Spike 2 is?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fall of the Empire.
As a casual, as Travis would put it, do you think a casual cares about Spike 3?
No. Not at all. Like I had to answer so many questions.
Only people watching this podcast care.
I am pumped. Yeah. I personally, I'll go out on a limb and say
you just
right
want
now,
that HDMI out, don't you?
What I'm saying right now, I am more excited about just Spike 3 than I am Fall of the Empire.
No.
Okay, but why?
personally.
What are you excited about?
Spike 3 from like talking about it. That's what I think.
I don't
Joel.
know. It's the
But
same
Joel
situation
doesn't even
of
know what's in Spike 3.
but that's what I'm excited.
Tom,
I'm more eager to see what Spike 3 is. I want to see what the screen is. I want to see what is new to the game. I'm more excited about that than I am whatever the layout of Fall of the Empire is.
Like
that's me.
people are like going nuts over this, and I guarantee you they're taking it somewhere in their heads.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna build it up so
there's
much
gonna be
that there's
3
gonna,
LCDs.
Well,
there's gonna be a riot when people
Keith
see
Elwin
it.
has
It
taken
always
over.
happens.
Keith Elwin's taken over all of the Spike 3 games.
I heard a rumor.
He's going to make the game amazing, right?
Yeah,
it's going to
I
be...
mean, he obviously made Spike 3. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Here's one
he's
thing.
already
let the
working on
rumors
Spark
fly.
4. He's already working on Spike 4.
Here's one thing
Spike
I don't
4.
understand about some pinball people. Like some people, like their imaginations just run wild. Like I want to see the ball explode. I'm like what the hell are you thinking?
They're going to have different color balls.
Dude, Tom,
depending on the gobstopper.
I had somebody text me and they were irate about the teaser. And I couldn't understand why. I'm like, it's just a teaser. It's fine, bro. And he said, I cannot believe that they're not using the main characters from Star Wars and they're adding somebody named Spike 3 to it.
Oh, no.
Like,
no way. No way.
So you know what I did? I was like, I know. I don't know why they're doing that. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we have no idea, but we know it's called Fall of the Empire.
Yes.
And
so to
we're
finish,
assuming that they're going to take this to like an original.
I think it is. I think we have
but we don't know. But I
mean-
assume by having a different title than all 9 Star Wars movies that this is going to be something different.
The animations and the cartoons and all the stuff that's out there there's no video game named Fall of the Empire. There's no other cartoon or TV show named Fall of the Empire.
This is a great question
This is
here.
the problem with trailers because it like I just saw Retro Ralph just go like absolutely ballistic.
Oh, did he get mad about it or was he happy?
Like,
I hadn't seen it yet.
No, he was kind of like what's going on here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to be careful with your teasers because people are going to dissect it, and if you don't send them the right, like all marketing is pushing somebody's eyeballs a certain way and pushing their thoughts a certain direction where you want them to.
Right.
So if
Spike
I look
3.
at the teaser trailer, it tells me. Like, if I see Fall of the Empire, Spike 3, as somebody in pinball, I understand what they're wanting to get. As somebody out of pinball, right? I don't know what all that means. I just know it's Star Wars. But if I'm not in pinball, I assume that it does have to do with the main character of Star Wars. If I'm not in pinball, I assume that.
Who's the main character of Star Wars anymore?
Fucking Jar Jar. I don't know anymore. There's too much, but still, like, it's just, it depends who your avatar is that you're speaking to. Now, all of us as pinball people, we already know Star Wars exists in 2017. We know that game exists. Everybody knows that game exists. So we know in our minds what it should be according to what we've seen. So it's easy to come up to the conclusion that this is like something totally different because we get no hints whatsoever of main characters or anything like that, which there could be, there could not be. Don't know. We'll find out.
And here's and then you could say the same thing with Harry Potter. I mean, it's such a huge theme that it's really hard to please everybody.
Oh,
with
impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Will, if we go back and we look at Stern's last Star Wars game, I think Dwight did a fantastic job from a code standpoint. Like, I think there's movie clips, there's moments, there's really good, but yet everybody hates the layout because they just think it's barren or it's just like there were so many people that's like Star Wars. Why would I not buy it? It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Why would I not buy Star Wars? And then, but unfortunately, it's not the game that everybody owns. But I don't know. I think it's a really difficult task. Obviously, they did Mando just a few years back, which once again they had a ton of movie clips. They had voice actors, the art package. I think Mando is a great game, but it's still some people don't love it because of the layout and whatnot. So it's a tough. This is an uphill battle right out of the gate. To see when I read Fall of the Empire. To me, this is. I think it's going to be like Jurassic Park. It's going to be in the world of Star Wars, but maybe you're a Jedi. Maybe you're. Who are we? Is there going to be, instead of just Nedry, the one character?
Now, let me ask you this:
do we have Jar Jar? Do we have somebody, one character in Star Wars holding our hand?
Let me ask you two this: like going off what you're saying here, Joel.
Okay,
would you guys be on board with? And again, this is just me speculating. I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, he knows exactly what's going on." It's me speculating. Would you guys be on board with this game being in the world of Star Wars, to where you have all the main characters, but you yourself as a player are playing a brand new character? And this happens to be some side stuff that goes on during main parts, like huge battles. You could actually have some interaction.
Possibly.
You could have been one of the Jawas that pulled Boba Fett out of the pit. I mean,
I want to be an Ewok. Yeah.
It's really
you could
hard
be Finn now. You could be the little ball that like rolls around.
BB-8.
It all depends on the presentation, I guess. You know.
Yeah. I'd be curious. I think.
I mean, something like that could be cool, but
it works for the video games. Force Unleashed and all that. Like
it does.
If
we kind of elaborated with that with Harry Potter, like the whole like Hogwarts game, where like you're a wizard and you're in the wizarding world, and I don't personally know if I would have liked that if they took it in that direction.
Right.
So,
what do you think? Yeah, I mean, what if you're like a stormtrooper and you're helping?
I don't know. Okay, if you do anything,
what if you're
like
an Ewok? What if you're an Ewok? It could be that.
If they're not going to be pulling movie clips, then let's look at Stern's animation styles. Right? You have Avengers, which is not good. Which is basically they were given a whole bunch of 2D graphics that they just kind of did motion animation with. Not good. That's on one end. Then you have like the Turtles stuff where it's like, okay, we'll 3D animate everything, but their quality of 3D animation in Turtles wasn't the best. So I don't want to see, I mean, they're pretty good. They don't 3D animate humans really anymore because you get a weird uncanny valley. So I don't think.
Are you saying you're a Wookiee? Maybe that's it.
No, yeah, it's just all aliens. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do 3D animation. Then you have Foo Fighters, which was all like hand-drawn animation, which was really great, but I don't think that fits this type of thing.
Yeah,
So what? I don't know what material they're going to be bringing into this.
For me personally, and I don't know if that's what Joel is alluding to, but I don't like a lot of the games where it's like choose your character and then experience the game.
You don't I mean, yeah, I get you. Why do you not like that?
Like, I don't know.
I don't want to talk against that, but I want to know why you don't like that or why you don't enjoy it as much.
I just don't like, I feel like you're like, I don't know how to describe it. Like
is it like if everything's a circle and then you have a square and you're constantly just trying to fit into a triangle type situation?
Kinda.
Yeah. No, Joel, what that means is because you're picking from like 4 different things. Yeah. Like we're talking about the modifiers.
Like,
the modifiers are cool.
We talked about this a little earlier. Yeah.
But it really works for Turtles. Like I don't mind it for Turtles.
Turtles, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, you pick the house.
You pick your house, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean
D&D, you pick your character.
Well, think of like Pirates of the Caribbean, Jersey Jack.
Well, yeah, 30,
all 28
characters.
Right.
You pick one of 2 or something.
You could, I mean, do you think what if they do that for this game?
No.
What if they do that for Star Wars?
That's what I'm wondering.
You could finally shoot first as Greedo or whatever his name is.
Well, okay. Hey, let's take a step back though and remember when we were there for D&D Day and they talked about like how many artists. You add characters, you're adding artwork. You're adding so much more custom, unique scenes and displays and whatnot like that. I mean, we've heard from many people that D&D, the amount of art that was needed to complete that game is more than a lot of other games, and I don't think they're ever going to do that again. So I just let's set realistic expectations on.
Fine, God, Joel, 15 characters then.
No.
Okay.
I think if they do any characters, I think you're looking at like four
Okay.
below.
Here's
but
the
still,
way I see it.
sure.
I would think if you put out a Star Wars product, you're putting it out because you want to reach retail. There's certain themes that transcend things, right? This is just the way it works. Like Harry Potter should be one of those for Jersey Jack. And so Star Wars should be that for Stern. Right?
Yes.
Star Wars, I know you talked about a little bit earlier, Joel, about the sales of Star Wars. I guarantee you it did well. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been on the line for several years.
Very well.
Yeah, it came out in 2017.
When they put it in the vault, everybody was going, why? All the distributors are going, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
why are you doing that? Now it makes sense.
Because there's a new Star Wars
Now it makes
game
sense because there's a new one coming.
So what I'm getting at is I think it will do well out of the gate. Now, the real question is the longevity of it is this an actual Star Wars game? Are you in the world of Star Wars? Do you interact with the actual main characters of that world? That's the most important part.
I think we are definitely in the world of Star Wars.
Right. So John Borg showed Jabba the Hutt on one of the streams. He showed it's going to be on there somewhere in the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he showed it. Like it was on their socials and everything. Like during one of the Dead Flip streams that he did, he held it up. It was like a Jabba the Hutt. It's like a sculpt. I don't think it was a mech. It was like a sculpt.
It was a sculpt,
yeah. So that right there tells you there is a character. We're in the world. Yeah, and we know the timeline about, right? So
okay.
So
are we a bounty hunter? Is that it?
Cool. What if it's just what if it's just a pin in which they go the exact opposite from what I was talking about earlier because you put too much in, like too many movies. But what if it's something that it's like the history of Star Wars from like episodes 1 through 6 or something like that, to where they really key in on the Skywalker saga and they just totally ignore the last 3 movies that have come out, right? And they might not have Rogue One involved in that, or maybe they do. Maybe they do something like that.
But that's the thing, though. If I think if we were tapping into any movie, it should have been in the trailer. It should have been, or the teaser. But hey, it's a tease. Yeah. It's a tease, and we're supposed to get a trailer on Tuesday. So if you're listening to this, podcast anytime after next week, you're gonna laugh at us, right? Because we don't know. We really don't know. But what do we know? We do know John Borg is on design.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys? Is John Borg on design? Is that exciting? Is that middle of the road? Is that disappointing?
No,
I'm not trying to say anything against John Borg, but John Borg design, like all designers have a flavor to them.
Yeah.
You know,
I like John Borg games.
Yeah. I enjoy Walking Dead, Tron, Rush.
Guardians.
I probably enjoy Rush more than Tom does now. I think. Yeah. Metallica.
Well,
I like that layout.
So we can sit here and guess all day long, right? But it's I don't know. It could be whatever. I have nothing. It could be John Borg has 2 flipper games. He has 3 flipper games. He's got fan layout games. He's got some that aren't fan layout. So he's been around a long time. So this layout could be a lot of anything.
I would ask what has been because I haven't looked, what is the general perception of people? Because you mentioned Ralph had a reaction to the trailer. Like what's been the perception of people that are paying attention to this type of stuff? Are they excited about it? Are they more excited about the Spike 3? Are they like another pin? It's like fatigue. I don't know how people are truly reacting to it.
I don't know either. I haven't listened to Ralph's thing. I just think. If we talk about Scott from Loser Kids, he's a huge Star Wars fan, but he's like, you can tell he's almost like bitter or not like annoyed that the old Star Wars in his mind isn't good enough to own, and he owns a lot of games like that's. So I think there are people that are huge Star Wars fans out there that they're like,
they want
here's
to
another
rehash
shot. We have another chance. Maybe hopefully this one's better. And right out the gate, coming out with the Fall of the Empire, which seems to be an unlicensed or not unlicensed, but an unthemed type of thing. Right. It's already feels like we're like, this may not be.
It's almost like a Disney ride instead of pinball.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of feels like.
So we're probably going to have some unique characters here, or this may be completely create, we worked with Lucas Films Lucas sold to Disney. We worked with Disney to write a new story that fits within the Star Wars universe. You're a bounty hunter and you are working with blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But that's where I'm saying, because of that, I like John Borg. I have Turtles, but most of the time his layouts, like, I'm not expecting, no offense, John, I'm not that he listens, but I'm not expecting to see some crazy revolutionary layout. Like, Elwyn usually comes in with
what do you think it'll look like? I want to compare this when it comes out.
It'll probably be 3 flipper. And I don't know. Flippers. Are we doing another? We got different mirrors, whether it's X-Men or Tron or Rush or Turtles. It's just like kind of the same, just flipping it back and forth. I'm guessing we're gonna have some loops. I don't know. I'm not.
We're gonna find out in September. That's all I know.
Yeah, a little bit. I do assume from a level up standpoint, I have to assume that there's going to be some type of leveling system for like Jedi that goes beyond just hitting stand up targets. Yeah, because in the 2017 one is just hitting the stand ups, right? Become like a Padawan and
maybe what I will say is I feel like I've set my expectations for this game not low, but I don't have. Like Harry Potter was rumored for so long, and you said, so many people on the internet, their minds ran wild about everything that Harry Potter could be.
And that was Jack's doing too.
I'm just like,
Jack was like, "Don't buy anything else." I know, like after the Avatar thing, he's like, "Don't buy anything. Yeah. Wait till this."
But this is more just like I'm not setting really any expectations. I'm excited to see what it is. But that's where. Like, I have set expectations for Spike 3. I have set goals on what, or like my mind has wandered a whole lot more.
What do you think that's going to be? Like, what do you truly think it's going to be?
We know the screen has changed.
Mm-hmm.
We know the screen has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm hearing is the change, there will be people that love it and there will be people that won't.
Mm-hmm.
So if the screen has changed, right now we have a whatever size LCD screen is on a normal Stern. If it's not that, did they make it smaller? Highly doubt it. So did we go JJP now 27-inch? Boom, most of your back box is screen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I would be surprised. My hope
maybe
is give me this screen. Give me a stretched screen. Give me something that's different. Give me a stretched screen. That's what I want. Now, I'll tell you right now, if Stern says, "Hey, we're going to DMD animations. Everything's dots from here on out." That way they can get over licensing and they don't have to deal with that. It's not going to happen.
I don't think
but I would love it. Oh,
I don't know if there's outside.
There's no way.
You guys and your DMDs.
I don't know if there's a company out there.
So 1990s.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know if there's a company out there that's ballsy enough to revert back from an LCD to that.
But it's so beautiful. It's good art. Anyways, okay. So let's just say it's happening. Star Wars is happening. It's coming. But I don't know.
Spike 3 is kind of happening.
Spike 3, not all of Spike 3 apparently is on this game, but some of Spike 3.
But it's in the trailer, so it's like
I hope somebody explains to me when it comes out, like, what's missing?
My guess is it's something probably, I'm guessing kind of expression lighting there's probably a new version of expression lights, but it's unfortunately not going to be in every game. So it won't be in Star Wars, but maybe whatever the next game is, if it's a music pen or a game that does work with the expression light system, that's what we'll see going forward. That's my guess. But I'm expecting to see something different with the back box, different video or different display, different speakers, different something. That's what I want to see. So other things we can mention real quick. Predator.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Predator it's there. We got some weird tariff stuff going on. We got some weird sales stuff. None of us are planning on buying it. Let's wait and see. I'll probably stream it if Zach gets one. That's Predator. Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is here. We have heard some people that have played it. And the feedback, let me just read it. I won't say who it's from, but it is somebody that we do appreciate and respect. The words they said. It's worth it. Let me just.
It's worth it.
It was. Come on. Where's it? Okay. The words that were said were, "What a shit game." That was it. That was all. That was all that was said.
Are we talking about? Which Alice are we talking
Alice
about?
in Wonderland.
That is
Which
feedback
one? There's
right
two of them.
there.
That was it.
Are we
That
talking
was
about
it.
the Kickstarter one, or are we talking
No,
about?
we're talking about the
Dutch one.
The
Is
Dutch
that
one.
who it is?
The Dutch one.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the feedback that we got.
I played it a few times. It was at Electric Playground,
Yep.
still there. It was at a women's launch party, and then also played it at Expo.
Yeah.
And everything, and it's something.
Well,
it's
there's
something, all right.
outlane spinners that you activate with your flipper, and that was the only other bit of official feedback we got. The outlane saves do nothing but push the ball to the outlane. So
yeah.
So it is.
Maybe
I can't confirm
it
that.
is.
Maybe that
It is
player
what it
is
is.
not a very good player, though.
That's
so.
probably what it is. It's probably a lack of skill.
Do you guys
It-
not love the left shot?
There's
you know what the left shot does?
I've
The
never
like orbit
touched
that's
it.
not an orbit. It just kind of isn't it
It
just
just
like a
loops
little
back
loop?
and dribbles back to your flipper. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Go right back.
I played it
No,
at Expo
you do know,
last year,
Joel.
and
You
it
do
was,
know.
It was
This one you do know. Did you have
I
fun
feel
playing
like
on it?
no. In my opinion, it's very clear. If you buy, and I'm sorry to anybody that this offends, but at the same time, I feel like people that are buying Alice are buying it as an art piece. They're
Yep.
buying it because of what it looks like. I don't think anybody has realistic expectations of like, ooh, the code in this game is just really what draws you in, or ooh, the kinetic satisfaction of hitting this and this and this and this is just, I just can't get enough of hitting these shots. I don't think we're going to hear that out of Alice in Wonderland. I think it's for the collectors that love the way it looks and love the mechs and the 3D sculpts and everything that are in
And
the
they
game.
love John Papaduke.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I really have nothing besides that. I know P3 we're kind of just waiting for Portal to be made, and those aren't out yet.
There's
we all enjoyed
tariffs,
Portal.
Joel. Haven't you heard?
Sure have. Yep. We all enjoyed Portal at TPF, so it's
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I'm excited.
That's good.
My shout out to Chris, one of my local friends, who he dove in on the P3, and he owns almost every module at this point. He's like, it's
You
a
got a
problem.
Princess Bride?
He has Princess Bride. He has Wonka. Not Wonka. Weird Al.
Weird Al.
He has
Willy
Weird Al.
Wonka P3?
He just got Final Resistance, and that's the joy or the perk of the P3, right? It's like you have it. So what's $2,000 more for another game? What's $3,000 more for another game? Like it's just
Oh,
he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all I got. We are running out of time, and we said we were going to do tournament talk.
We did do
guys.
tournament talk.
We
at
did
the
do
beginning.
tournament
Yeah, we
talk.
kinda
More
did.
plugs. We got Papa coming up. Papa's exciting.
We got world championships to win, Joel.
Okay,
and I do.
explain this to me. Explain this. So you said world championships. But
Yeah.
like,
So if you win, you're a world champion. That's how that works.
But that's what I don't understand. Is wasn't there a tournament
you
over
take
in Europe just a few
winning
months
is-
ago that was worlds?
There's multiple world championships.
That's what I'm.
There's
that's
multiple
explain that to
majors.
me.
Have
Do
you
you
ever
watch
watched
sports
golf
at all?
or tennis or
Yeah.
There is one
Bowling?
Super Bowl.
Ping
There is
pong.
one Super
True.
Bowl.
So
There
you're
is
judging us
one
off
But there's
NFL
World
also
Series.
there's a Pro Bowl.
There is one NBA Finals. That's what I'm saying. Is there?
Oh.
But you're saying majors like golf.
Okay.
There's multiple majors, right?
Okay. I understand
Yes.
what you're saying now.
Yes.
Okay. I understand. Okay. Carl Indus. It's not a major. Sorry, buddy. And what's the other one?
Step up your game.
IFBA? Okay.
yeah.
Josh, IFBA's not a major anymore. Sorry.
Okay. What about
it's just-
Pemberg?
No.
Yeah.
It's just Papa now. 'cause that's
European
the next
Pinball
one.
Championship?
No,
Can you at least
sorry.
acknowledge
Sorry, all the
Europeans.
Europeans. Everybody
Can you-
listens in Germany.
But
We
you
love you guys.
said
In England, we love you
we're-
guys. But sorry,
we
you guys
just
don't have a
went
major
over to
anymore.
Europe to
There's
play
no
in
championships.
Worlds. Worlds seems like
Why are
that's
you
the
pronouncing it like
world-
that? Worlds.
How do you
Worlds.
Worlds?
Joel,
Worlds. There you go.
there is a movement in pinball.
Tell
A
me more. Tom.
movement, Joel.
Joel is one of the forefront runners of this. They just hate tournaments. They hate tournaments. They hate tournament
on
players.
the front page.
Well,
they're on the front page of IFBA.
They won't put me on the front page anymore.
Let me
But
ask
they'll
this.
put Joel on the front page and his tournament hating ass. Like, unbelievable.
I did apply to Twitch.
Tim,
Tom.
if you were gonna win, if you could only win one tournament next year, you can only win one tournament. Which tournament is the one that you want? Like, what's the one you're most? That's what I'm saying. That because if there isn't a top, is there one that's considered the top tournament to win, or no? It's just you want to win one of these majors.
I can't go to IFPA anymore because I'm not ranked high enough, so that's out. So then it would be Pinburg, Indus, EPC, or Papa. And since I'm streaming Papa next, I'm going to pick Papa.
So this tournament in a week.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That one. That's the
September 4th through the 7th.
Okay. When I got into the hobby, that's when Pinburg was still happening in Pinburg, or like in Pennsylvania, right? And that was the one that to me, the vibe that I got that like was Pinburg was was the top. That was the top one. So for Elwyn to win it, 2-3 years in a row, like that was a big deal.
Sure.
But the more that I've gotten into this, realizing it's like, no, there's worlds. And to qualify that, you have to win. You have to be ranked certain amounts. And then I know in the US, it's like to play in certain tournaments, you have to be the winner of your state tournament.
Yeah.
So those are the
like
ones where I'm
nationals and all that. Yeah. I mean, I would say in the past, the most impressive one would have been Pinburg in the past, just because it's 1,000 plus players. Yeah. You're playing like every era of game and you have to be like a true all around pinball player. Like I would have said that's like the top one in the past. Okay. Now, to me personally, I think it's a tie between Indisc and IFBA, because IFBA, you got to be a certain rank. You have to play against the best players in the world, like the whole entire time. You get you get no easy games. And then on top of that, it's, even though I don't like the format, it's heads up, which is the most purest, let's see who the best player is format on the game that you're choosing. And you got to choose different eras again. Like that's so.
Heads up is 1v1.
Yep.
You versus me. Okay.
Yep. And it could
be. You prefer to play 4-player games.
Right. It could just be a few games. It could be up to 9 games. It just depends. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that, and just, for Indisc, it's just because it's card format and it's incredibly difficult to do, to put 5 games in a row. And even though it's 40 in finals, I mean, that's nerve wracking. You got to play great games and you got to have a lot of breaks go your way as well.
So
to get through that.
Why is Papa going to be good? Why is this one?
Why is Papa going to be good? Because we're going to dethrone Raymond Davidson, Joel. Like we're going
last year.
Yes.
That's who won last year. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's at Interium, right? So it's like his own turf. So he just knows all the games and he cheats, right?
No, he well earned it. He had a hard group last year. Tom's kid was in it. And then you had, I think it was, ZMAC and Escher.
Yep.
Was in it. So yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think what's interesting about Papa, it's not, and I say this and I probably won't qualify now, it's not so much that the qualifying's hard, it's the grind of finals, because it's like 72 or something like that.
Top 72.
Is that what it? Yeah, it's so many people in finals, and that makes, if you don't get a bye, that is a super long day.
But it's cool because it reminds me of like the NCAA tournament. So you're going to see some like upsets and things like that. There's more opportunities there than anywhere else to get into the finals. But granted,
that's awesome. 100%.
But granted, there's 270 plus players signed up. So
so anybody could sign up. There was no qualifying.
Joel, you could sign up right now.
Your qualifying is how big is your bank account? Like you got to pay the entry fee, and then you're good to go. You should show up, Joel. You should play.
$20 cards. Five.
If I was a single man,
but it is limited to 3.
There's so much more pinball I would do.
There is
really.
Oh yeah, I would
think
play in tournaments.
Would you? I think if I was single, I wouldn't play as much pinball. I think I'd be the opposite.
Here, Tiger.
Because I go to this with family. I go to this
that's
with
my problem. My kids are too young to play competitively, and my wife
always
is
about Joel.
not interested.
What about you, Tom? If you were single, would you do more pinball?
I am
starting a family dynasty.
No, just kidding.
He's like,
Neil's a world class player. He's got other boys.
I mean, I already play a lot of pinball being married, so I mean, I kind of got the best of both.
He's figured
worlds,
it out.
I guess.
Yep.
True. That makes sense.
But
I don't think I could ever be single though. I'd be in trouble. I don't.
You would. Nothing would work in your house.
I would not be able to
everything would be
adult.
broken.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
you would
it'd
have
be a shit show.
You'd have no toothpaste. You would have run out and never got a new one. It would
I'd be like Kevin off Home Alone, just like going to the store and trying to figure out how this all works, and all my shit be falling through the bags. Yeah.
I did want to say for Papa, it is dedicated to the memory of Lyman Sheats, and we have the 988 National Suicide Prevention hotline that's basically donations go to that. So
nice.
It's a big thing, you know.
Yeah.
Especially you know, I you know, I'm in the career of the #1 suicide rate. So, you know, it speaks volumes. So it's a good cause.
Yep. So is that, you said that's the 988?
Yep.
Lifeline, right?
Yep. Correct. And
cool.
on our stream, we're gonna have a link basically where you can donate to that if you're watching.
Nice. Very cool. And I know Penny's very involved
yes.
in this whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And they're doing a raffle too and all that as well. So I think
there's a ton of giveaways she has.
Yeah, I think they're even doing like 2 pinball machines, but I don't know if that's for people that are there or if people online can do that too. I think that part's just for people that are there that are signed up for the tournament.
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's really neat. Well, we have gone 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh yeah,
not me.
Tom's only gone for
and we had no agenda. We had no agenda going into this. So
the agenda was hanging out, Joel.
Yeah, I hope it was good.
The agenda was Joel calling me Tim. The entire episode.
You logged in as Tim.
I did.
Let's plug it up. Tom Graf, go ahead and start with the plugs.
I am going to be streaming on Fox Cities Pinball on Twitch. We're going to be doing Papa. We're going to be doing Slaps. We're going to be doing Expo. We're going to be doing Atomic Pinball in December. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So if you like tournament pinball and you're not Joel, you'll enjoy it.
Check out his swag on silverballswag.com. You can get the Fox City swag there. You can also get Triple Drain swag. I'm wearing a Purdue sweatshirt. They are rocking the Triple Drain. Well done, guys. Well done. You can check out that. So silverballswag.com. If you want, I think we still have a Zazzle store. If you want a Triple Drain lunchbox, I think we sold like 6 of those, but it was worth it.
Let's make it 7. Let's go.
It was worth it. But yeah. All right. Travis, plug away.
Yeah. You guys can find me right here on Triple Drain. The YouTube channel is Triple Drain, I think, right?
That sounds right.
It's one of those. Okay. Yeah. Or you guys can find me over at my other job, the Pinball Company YouTube channel, where I chill out there and do all things pinball, some things not pinball, sometimes make fun of Joel, sometimes don't, but we still love Joel.
I don't think you've made fun of me on that channel yet.
I think I made reference to you once, I think.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm Joel. Obviously, I'm here on Triple Drain, and then I do the Flipping Out Pinball stream every Wednesday night with my brother, Jared. We have swag on Silverball Swag as well. Check out our YouTube for tutorials and our live streams. We just streamed Cactus Canyon with the upgrade kit. Had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, that's all I got. So, with all that said, Tom, you get the last words.
Play more pinball.